Bang! Neevesknives. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Live on Neevesknives, and I'm Jared. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well. Messed up my beginning of my video, my intro, because I'm still waiting for my coffee. Let me turn this down. I see a bunch of people are already in here. We do have some cool topics to talk about tonight. I didn't have a lot written down, but I do have a little bit, though. So we'll go over some stuff, and then if there's some things you guys want to talk about, we'll talk about towards the end before story time. Let me just set this. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Maybe not. Just teasing me. All right. So, we're going to talk about some 14C and M390 edge retention here in just a little bit. But first, I got some things I want to show you guys that I recently picked up, or at least one thing. A USA-made company. I bought it from them. I found them on Instagram, but it kind of interested me because it was USA-made T-shirts, and they send you the shirts. They send you a few shirts to try on. You get to pick which one you want, whichever one fits you best, or whatever. You send back the rest. They pay for the return shipping and everything. And I got the box right here, and we're going to open it up and check one out. But I wanted to talk about it. We're going to talk about it here in a second. I thought it was pretty cool, though. And since they're USA made and everything, and very affordable. Like, no, it's not sponsored or anything like that. I just thought it was really cool, and I figured I'd bring it to your guys' attention because I like to tell you guys about cool things, and especially USA-made stuff that's this affordable. Like you'd be surprised. It almost makes you wonder why you would buy any overseas T-shirt when you see the price of these. They're anywhere from like $22 to like $25 a piece or something like that. But they're just T-shirts, right? Not a sweater or anything like that. But that's awesome to me. For USA made shirts, I think the last USA T-shirt I paid like $35 for or something like that. Maybe a little bit more. Maybe it was like $40. But it always does depend on the materials and everything like that. But they allow you to change it. You can pick what type of materials. Like they have. Like for the testing, the fit, it's their mixture. They're half cotton, half whatever, but you can get 100% cotton. They have different fits, different styles, different this, different that. So they have different qualities and everything. And like the cheapest quality one is like, I think under $20, but, for like the regular one, it's like, $20 something or something like that. And then like their nice stuff is like $30 something. But we'll check those out here in just 1 second as people start getting in here. Oh shit, we already got 84 people in here. Awesome. What are you doing? You coming in? Mm-hmm. Well, why didn't you tell me that before we started?
I just decided.
But I'd set it up for right here, baby.
That's okay. I'll sit in the back. No one cares.
No.
No, they don't have to see me.
Let me move some stuff around.
I'm good right here. Look at that. You don't even have to move. Look, I'm good right here.
So this new desk I got, it's an L shape, but the big side's over here. This is just a little tiny piece right here. So
saying I'm big?
No, I'm saying the table's small. This side of it. This side's big though, over here. But this is where I film.
I should sit on the big side?
No, this is where I film for recording reviews and shit. This is where I do like the lives normally. But I knew she was gonna do this though. I honestly knew it.
Why?
Because I moved everything to right here, and I said she's gonna come over in here now because I happened to move to this little space. And I knew you'd do it to me. I knew it. So, since we got 87 people in here, let's check this out really quick. There's an address in here, so I gotta move it really quick.
Strong.
So here is the name of the company, and I hit my microphone. Hey, Talica!
Hi.
Thank you for the 2 bones. Shout out to the Bang Gang Squad. Hopefully I didn't just disconnect my mic.
The Bang Gang Squad, did you guys all see your new emoji to come soon? Your Rockstud emoji?
Yeah, she spent a lot of time on that.
I did. Some serious hours. I told Jared that the thing is when you do the detail, like right up close, I know it's going to be small, but that's what makes it look like the real thing. even if it's teeny tiny. So I was gonna have it up sooner, but it's the file size was too big, and it can take a little effort to. I don't know. It's finicky, but I'm gonna fix it. So anyway, hopefully.
Okay, so this is 3-fit. That's what it's called. 3-fit theory. Let me move Talica's donation. Thank you again, Talica. I do appreciate all the donations, guys. 3-fit theory, and you can see USA made. And like I said, they it doesn't shrink. They said you can wash it. Even like the ones that they send you to test out, they said you can wash them, whatever. They don't shrink or anything like that. So that's pretty cool. They send you the box. I'm not going to go into it too much, but I just told you guys the name. But they send you the box. They send you the return shipping and everything like that. I just pulled that out. And then they send you 3 different kinds of shirts. They come white with this kind of material because they want you to get the perfect fit shirt. And that's what's kind of awesome about it, is that there's no real thought process about it, because, you know, like when you go in, you can tell them any other little extra details aside from like their little thing that they, you know, check to see what your size is going to be, you know, like your height and things like that. But besides that, then you have like a little spot where you can like explain like, hey man, I got a fat neck or something. I don't know. But they come white, and then after you return the 2, then you can pick whatever colors you want and things like that.
He said, "Show me a damn shirt."
Okay, I'll show you guys a shirt.
Get to it.
All right.
Also, you have.
I don't know which.
You're behind on 2 donations.
I know. I see that. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna wind up trying them all on. I haven't tried one of them on yet.
Dip it in that coffee.
But I
so close.
Yeah, take it away, please, really quick. I think that they're gonna fit really good though. So.
You just return it to him dipped in coffee. Like, this one didn't fit quite right.
Yeah, this one looks like it was dipped. So, the material feels really good. This is their.
Damn, that does feel good.
Yeah,
it's like thick but smooth and silky.
Right, but this is their 50-50. They have 100% cotton, which is a little bit thicker. This one's got like a little bit of the stretch, but it feels like cotton.
Did you just not use a knife to open that?
Well, it's like I'm not going to use a knife on my T-shirt.
Whenever I do that, you're like, we haven't done that.
That's because it's a package when you do it, not when it's a T-shirt that you have to return. All right, donations really quick. Thank you. Chicago, man, thank you, man. I appreciate the 4 bones. You guys are awesome. Fred with the 3 bones. Oh, man, I like that. What are those things called again? Your
logo?
Your logo?
That skull with the flames.
Yeah, that looks dope.
Also, somebody...
Thank you, Fred. I do appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Somebody just real quick, I can't remember who, but somebody, I think it was Jamie, said something about he can't get a button lock. Aren't those, like...
What do you mean?
He wants a button lock, but all the ones he wants are out of stock. But didn't Kaiser just make a bunch of button lock knives?
Kaiser's got a
those,
few.
Like, perfectly EDC
Savivi's
size
got a
ones?
few. Which one are you looking for? Because that's what matters.
Thank you, Craig.
I might be able to let you know, because there are, you know, some of the button locks do go out of stock pretty quick, but they always return. So, which one are you trying to get? Maybe we can help you out somehow. Oh, shout out to Blades and Fades. Definitely go and follow his channel. Bang, gang, bang, gang, bang, gang. I wipe my knives with my shirts, and now they have little slits. Need to get some hanks. Yeah, the hanks are really good. And then I always keep the knife wipes. And I love these things. I always keep them handy, and I always have brand new ones ready. Like, I wash them, but in many cases, I don't even have to. I can just grab a new one.
I was gonna say something. Now I don't remember.
The Kaiser Assassin? What do you mean? That's out of stock? I didn't know that was out of stock already.
Are you showing one?
Yeah.
Are you taunting him?
Yeah.
It's out of stock? Well, I got one right here.
I got one right here. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
I did see that Amazon is out of them, I think, at the moment, but they'll return pretty quick. They're pretty fast with their
I feel like I should make their
I'm just checking really quick to see if I can get a link.
I want to switch the monthly stickers for the Bang Gang too. You got
it. I think we might be able to. Yep, we got one. All right, so here, I'm going to get you one right now, Big Daddy.
A link.
A link for...
You made it sound like you were getting him the knife.
So, there is the knife for you, bud. So, click on that link right there and you can get yourself one. Aiden with the 2 bones. Check out Neeves on OnlyFans. Yes. Well, removed shirts on there. I got an official.
Somebody said that's why your channel is blowing up, because we've been able to see your nipples through your shirt for the last year.
I know. I thought that was like I should have pinned that comment.
Killed me.
That was amazing. I got an official studio spot again, and I'm almost finished getting it set up. Should be even better than before I moved. That's amazing, man. Good for you, man. Good for you. I knew it'd work out, man. Keep on grinding, man. It'll work out. Donate. 2A Dave, thank you for the 5 bones. Mad respect for you too. I agree with your response on my comment. Hi, Coffee Queen. If no has said that before, remember who did. If no one has said this before, remember who did.
Man, we replied to so many comments on that video.
Oh, man. Do you know that one that got like 11 million got over 10,000 comments? 10,000.
That's actually an incredibly high ratio, too.
I can't even keep up.
Don't replies count toward that number, though? Like, if somebody makes a comment and then you or that counts towards the number.
Yeah,
of
no,
comments.
it does.
It's not just like original comments.
No, right. If they're having conversations and stuff like that, yeah. And I responded to a lot, like a ton, but nowhere near 10,000.
Oh man, that weed deacon though. Nell said, any idea where I could find a purple weed deacon for my wife? She's been stealing the one I have in blue. I love the weed deacon. It is so good.
You got to get somebody in the community, man. You got to hang out in the community, get friends with people so that you can get it shipped to them and they can ship it to you. I'm just talking about knives. If you're in New York and they won't ship it to your location, then you have them ship it to your friend's house and then they ship it to you.
What are you talking about?
Knives.
But didn't he just say he wanted to know where he could get a purple weed deacon?
I don't know. I'm just saying won't ship to New York. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter what it is.
Oh, 2 different people. Sorry. We're talking about 2 different people. Right?
Man, KVDC with the 10 bones. Thank you, brother. Jared got my giant box of knives back. Mirror edges look great. That flipper delete areas looks like new. Thanks, bro. Awesome. Hell yeah. Those areas are so fire,
His logo is so good. I love it.
Let me see it. Oh, yeah, dude. That is such a badass logo.
Oh, yeah, I like that. I should make a Jared one like that, where he's like midway through saying bang, like.
Fuck, that's a badass logo. But you know what, though, man? The Arius. Wow, that flipperless Arius, I think is on another level of awesome. Yeah, man. He sent me one to sharpen. He sent me 2, but he sent me that one and a flipper one to sharpen. Both of them are amazing, but that was my first time checking out the non-flipper version and fire. So another thing, you guys keep asking me about the knife buddies, right? From Merry Men EDC. Merry Men EDC has a couple of them on his site right now. Some blue titanium ones. However, he's got some raw titanium ones that he's finishing up right now that'll be on the site very, very soon. Now, if you have the blue, if the blue ones can always be switched. He said, like, if you wanted it switched or something, he said he can easily just switch it to whatever color you want. But he's got a couple blue ones on there, and then he's got some raw ones coming up very, very soon.
They don't deliver knives to New York from Amazon?
Not certain. No.
Why? It's not an auto.
They work together to. Whoops. They work together to. Will you just go grab the paper towels?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I will.
I got a wipe right here, but I don't want to mess it up.
I'll go get it.
And this thing will soak it.
Talk about
I should have put the rubber. You know what? I'm going to show you guys my background. If I would have had the mat here on this side too, I just spilled just a little drip of coffee, but.
I know you're gonna blame it on me that you spilled that because I'm here.
Well, I mean, I could, but I'm not gonna this time.
You wanted to, but you're not left-handed, so that actually doesn't fly.
I grabbed it with my left hand.
Well, that's weird that you did that. I think that's.
Well, how am I supposed to use it with my right hand?
You just do. Why can't you reach over with your right?
Because this is my left side.
Did
baby.
this stain this permanently?
Yeah, I don't use this. It don't matter. This is not my new. So my new. Okay, so I'll just show them really quick. Where's my canoodle?
Your
canoodle. So
here's your canode.
Here's my new backgrounds.
Nope. Empty. I don't know what you did.
I got it right here.
So
here's the backgrounds that I buy. If you guys ever want to know like what my background is in the videos, so I buy these, right?
Table background.
They're very cheap and affordable. That's why I get them. They're not poke resistant or anything like that, but I buy multiples of them. So like when I do poke them up, I could just replace it, and you can flip them over. They're double-sided. They are like stain resistant and things like that. You can clean them. They're basically like a leather. They're kind of like leather, but it's like a rubber. But this is all they are. But these things are so cheap. Like you can just buy like different sizes. And like right now I have a really big one right here, and I'm gonna put a small one here. This is a black one. I got multiple different colors. Most of them come with dual colors. So you can have like a blue one with a brown on the other side, and you can flip it. But this is it.
Here, I can unfurl it.
Okay. So this one looks like it's a pretty long one. And they'll flatten out.
Ah, it went right up.
But yeah, so we have, this is technically dual-sided. It's just two different textures.
Why does it smell like that? It
smells
smells
like
like
rubber.
chemicals.
It smells like rubber.
Is it rubber or leather?
Well, it's like a rubberized leather.
It's like a leather.
Yeah, it's a leather. Yeah.
Or a lubber.
But
I like lubber.
But you can easily wash it, wipe it down, sanitize it. But the one thing I like is the gray ones.
Chuck can't super chat. WTF.
The gray ones, they look really good. Damn
Look
it.
at you.
But that one I can wipe right up.
Don't you use that one? You're a mess, babe. Hand me a
Remember
towel.
we just spilt it. No, it doesn't matter. I spilled it.
We?
Here.
Chuck says he can't super chat.
What do you mean you can't super
Maybe
chat?
it seems logical. Maybe you might know, or Q1 Fiend, somebody might know how to help him with that. Because to be honest with you, we're not really probably the people to ask, really.
I mean, I super chat all the time. Anytime it doesn't, okay, so if it doesn't work, what I usually do is I click out and click back in. So shut it down and just come back in.
Shut her down.
That's what I usually do. I barely use my knives other than to open the next knife box, but I got my first hard user, Gail Bradley. What task should I take on to earn my stripes? Breaking it in. Well, I will say this, the Gail Bradley, the best thing about it is the hollow grind it has. So it has a super deep hollow grind. It's like 10 thousandths behind the edge. So what I would say is get it into some cardboard, and if you got some cardboard laying around, order a nice big package with a nice big box and break it down, because that's where that thing shines, is
meat?
Cutting performance. Meat?
Yeah, some thick meat.
I don't know about that.
Why?
It's not a flat grind, it's a hollow.
Cardboard is so boring.
Well, I'm thinking because
Go
of
out
the
there and
geometry.
chop a tree.
It's
like not a whole tree, obviously, but I mean,
it's not that kind of knife.
why not?
It's 10 thousandths behind the edge. It's a thin
it's that
hollow
kind of
grind.
knife.
It's a
Honestly-
hard use cutter. That's what it is. It's a hard user, like a hard use cutter. The ergos are really good, super comfortable in the hand. You can really crank down on it, but the geometry is set up for cutting.
I'm gonna be honest, I held a Gail Bradley like one time. Thick meat, that sounds dirty. I knew that happened right as it came out of my mouth. Damn it, okay, anyway, so, the thing is stuck to it. Anyway, no, but yeah, I held one like one time. Jared has been hyped trying to get me to draw him a knife that's like sort of inspired by the Gail Bradley, I guess you could say. What is it that you're wanting me to do that you keep saying? Pumpkin?
I'm sorry, what?
My love?
What?
What is it that you want to do? The design that's kind of like the Gail Bradley?
You shouldn't be talking about that.
Oh, is it top secret information?
Yeah, it is.
Why? I haven't even done anything with it yet. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, because I said so.
Okay.
Okay. Jared, I emailed you today. Also, if you don't mind, look up a little at my last comment. Okay, I will. And then I'll get to that the other question. I gotta find it. Kyle. I don't see it. Oh, there we go. Hey, sorry I'm late. Kara, finally missed you. Hope you two are well. That's probably not the question. Was it underneath this? I'm not seeing. Why don't you just say it again so that I can find it pretty fast. There's a lot of comments in here.
Can you make a Gerber knife that's Rex 141, please?
Make a what?
A Gerber knife that's Rex
They wouldn't. You wouldn't
141.
want that. You wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want that because they will. They'll destroy the heat treat.
What is that comment? Oh,
Gail Bradley or Freak? Probably the Freak. I like the Gail Bradley more, but this is the reason why. One, the Gail Bradley's liner lock access sucks, so you have to modify. In my opinion, it's a must. I modified mine. I love it now. Next thing is the detent sucks on it. So the detent, it's just a slow roller. Like, it just doesn't have a great detent. So it has a strong lockup and all that. Great knife, fantastic. But I think more people would appreciate the the Freak because of its hard use, tough, hard hitting, style of knife. more because it doesn't have those little flaws that you kind of have to change with the Gale Bradley. I think, swapping the scales, if you don't mind like those things, like swapping the scales, cutting out some lock bar access, and not having a strong detent, then the Gale Bradley's your style. But an access lock is always going to be stronger than a liner lock, and it doesn't really have any flaws you have to fix. Chuck it with the 10
Please
bones!
do that as enthusiastic as it sounds.
Chuck it, thank you for the 10 bones. Yo, 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 baby pops. Where are all the fly skimmies? Kick it.
I read that before. I didn't know was that the comment that you didn't see?
No, it was from Kyle. Kyle's sending another, as soon as he sends it. Dude, you wouldn't believe the heartbreak I've had for the last week. My ZTO 550 has unusable lock stick. That sucks. My first real knife over 6 years ago, I plan on giving it to my son when he turns 16. So, get it carbonized. Send it into Knife Modders and have them carbonized. Now, I guess I would ask you a couple questions. Is it because it doesn't have a steel lock bar insert, or is it because it's over traveling? Like, if you can figure out the problem, it's fixable. One, like, say if it's because the lock bar doesn't have a steel lock bar insert, well, then you can get it carbonized. Say if it's just because it's got too much pressure, then you could relieve pressure or take a little metal off of it. Flatten down the surface a little bit of the lock face surface, and it'll stop chewing into. Because that's probably what's happening. It's probably just basically created a surface like this. You need to reflatten the surfaces out so they're like this.
Kyle,
it's fixable, bud. It's
Kyle said
fixable.
Your package was sent out yesterday. That's all he was trying to say.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Bam, lima, banana.
Bam is in here? I
Yeah.
thought the issue was me on both the liner lock and the
banana.
detent. Nope, not you, bud. That's all Gale Bradley's. But if it's easy to, I did a video on it, so it's super easy to fix the lock bar access. You can just do it with some
Lots of Gerber
a Dremel.
questions.
Do it with a Dremel, and you can the detent you can't fix. You just slow roll it. What's up?
Someone
What's up, baby?
said,
Gotcha.
what
Kyle.
Gerber is the best knife for me, D2? No Gerber.
No Gerber. No
No
Gerber.
Gerber. There's a lot of D2 knives that you can get. that
Stay away
aren't-
from Gerbers.
There's a lot of D2 knives you could get that aren't Gerbers, that are not at different price points.
Knives are hella drug.
Gerbers are very overpriced for their materials. When you think about it, they're actually a horrible deal. Not just because the quality isn't necessarily up to par, but literally because
not.
of the materials they use versus some of these other companies. Like, even just take Ganzo, for instance, right? You go with a D2 Ganzo.
And they're made in China.
20-something, 30-something bucks, just like a Ganzo or Gerber. And yeah, they're all made in China, but
You can get a lot better quality buying from Ganzo than you will from Gerber.
Gerber needs to stick to making baby food. Got him!
But yeah, Gerber just, man, the fit and finish sucks.
Sabibi, I
They
buy any
almost
Sabibi.
never. I'm not saying that they don't have a couple good knives out there, but you're gonna
They're like
spend.
shape designs,
Well,
but
no.
the execution's poor.
No, what I was gonna say is that you're gonna wind up spending more money than you probably would have on a better quality knife.
Get
So-
a Penguin. I agree with that. Get
Yeah, QSP
get a
Penguin.
QSP Penguin.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Can I hear your quick take on the Spyderco Nirvana?
Awesome. I mean, I've never had one, but yeah, I think all those higher tier Spydercos are badass. It's definitely expensive, but yeah, I mean, it's badass. Badass. And we're actually going to talk a little bit about Spyderco's M390 here in a minute. Number one, Penguin.
Pangy.
LMF2 is good. What is that?
LMF2?
Huh. I don't know. I know you like Hinders. Any quick thoughts on the Viper Storm? You were just talking about the lock stick about Gale Bradley. I heard the Viper Storm has this issue too. Yeah, you probably want to carbonize the lock face. It's a simple thing to do. You could send it in for like $20 plus shipping costs and get the lock stick taken care of. What's up?
Gerber does sprint runs?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know. I don't fuck with Gerber.
But they said they got a Sprint Run Gerber in
I've never had a good one. So
in OS 8 with titanium. Wait, titanium blade? What?
the titanium nitride coated blade.
Oh, I was like, huh?
It's just a coating, but no, Gerber. I've never had a good one that was good. Like they were always bad. I've tried to give them another chances. They've never passed. Richie B and Lindy Lou, you can't comment on our Knife Modders account for some reason. Okay. So
What?
that you can't comment on their Knife Modders
On
account.
YouTube?
Yeah, so just so you guys know, you guys can't comment on their Knife Modders account right now. So give them a few days to figure that shit out. What was the question?
Might know
I wanted to
why.
answer this.
Yeah, hit me up on Instagram.
Viper
if you wanna know
Storm,
why.
good quality, but you know the lock stick's probably going to be there. You're going to get lock stick. You're probably going to want to get it carbonized. You'd want to contact Knife Modders, but. You know, that's the only thing I can say if you really wanted to get it. I would say the geometry is really thick on those, though, just FYI. It's ridiculously thick. Not saying you can't put a low angle edge on it and make it have good, decent cutting performance, but it is very thick. I don't remember what I measured it at, but it was something like 30 thousandths behind the edge.
Did you see that super chat? Or are you like hella behind?
I'm hella behind. Bama, what Gerber would you recommend to open the box of a better knife? Ooh, that is a good question. That is a damn good question. Anyone you're prepared to throw in the garbage? No, I'm not behind. I meant I can't say anything in your. Oh, okay. So you guys can still contact them. I thought they meant on Instagram. I meant I can't say anything in your lives on our Knife Modders. Well, I mean, we can see your logo.
And you.
We can see your logo still.
Just kidding.
So as long
Yeah, that's his original.
only on your lives. Oh,
It's something you
oh,
did.
only in our. I didn't do anything.
You banned them.
I didn't ban shit.
I don't know why you would do that.
I've
They're
never
very
banned
nice
anybody.
people.
The
I
only
don't know
person I've
why.
ever banned is that troll.
Breeze. I banned Breeze one time.
The only person I've ever banned is that troll who keeps trying to rob my fucking people in the comment sections.
Just like spamming it. Spam is the only.
No,
thing that
trying
annoys me.
to act like me.
Oh, the copycat. I really want you to pull up this damn super chat.
Okay, where's it at?
Down. Or
Bang.
where? There you go. Read that.
Sharp Canadian 76 with the 7 bones to help pay for views. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
It's never too soon.
Got to pay for them views.
I had so many people asking me, where's my money if you're buying views? Do I get a check? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Somebody said they were like, they said, man, I've given you a lot of views, man.
Yeah,
Where's my money?
money?
Where's my money?
Yeah, I know. He must have, Lindy.
Seems logical, Diddy. Yeah, it seems logical. Why are you doing that to Lindy Lou and Richie B? Pretty
you're
sure
blaming
you
it
banned
on-
us. Holy shit. All right, we'll double check.
Do you remember when we did that to Metal Complex and we sat here?
What?
No, we sat in the live and like made him think that he banned us.
Oh, yeah. We
And
went to, yeah.
We like completely gaslighted him and we're like, he banned us, like blah, blah, blah. And like he was in the live like, no, I didn't do that. Like it was just bullshit, but it was so
I got
funny.
Lindy Lou the other day. They're doing a knife design right now. And I made it so obvious that I was fucking with her. But I said, wow, that knife is because they were like hesitating to show it, because they didn't want, like show it
Top
off
secret
yet.
information?
Yeah, kind of like that. So, but she had it and she just showed it. And then I said, wow, that knife design looks identical to mine, like almost screenshot identical. And then I put laughing faces, and she was like, "What?" Like she was like freaking out because she like thought like my knife
That
design
kind of
was.
sounds like you're saying that, but trying to give laughing faces.
I gave
like,
the
to not
laughing-
care.
no,
like,
I gave
it's
the laughing
same,
face.
But it's
Yeah.
okay, like
Yeah.
that sort of things.
I hate my BGM Magnet Cut. It's the worst I've ever had. That sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sure you'd have no problem selling it. But I know, man. I told you, like when I sharpened it, it didn't feel appropriate.
Feel pro.
It is what it is, man. That's why I really think that so far, from my experience, you want you want magnet cut, above 62 HRC.
Before you ding
Or
that,
maybe even above 63.
hey, before you ding that, I just want to say I was at work the other day and I was sitting there telling some of my employees, I was like, yeah, there's this girl who has a knife channel with her husband, and every time they get like a dono, the girl goes, meow, 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 meow. And we were laughing. I pulled up their channel and showed them.
That's
They
funny.
thought it was funny as hell because it's like, instead of like having the like the noise when it's like over a certain amount. I love that. I don't care how big you guys grow, Lindy. Do
Yeah,
not
keep
ever
doing it. Keep
stop
doing
that.
it.
It's so good.
Chuck it! Can't wait to get that shaman this weekend. Been wanting it so bad. Thank the seller for me. Will do. Yeah, it's on
Did
the
that
way.
come from your thing?
Yep. There's a knife channel I want to shout out. I'm waiting for him to come in here. He does come in here sometimes, and I recently checked his channel out. I don't know if I didn't know he had a channel or not, but I recently been checking out his catalog. He's got some great videos.
He commented on our video the other day, and so I clicked on it because like I'm more out of the loop than Jared is, but I be watching you guys. And I clicked on it, and I was like, wow. Like he's got we'll talk about it. Hopefully he comes in here, but we're gonna shout it out either way.
No, we'll shout him out. I mean, I want to see him though, so
Does
he
he
can
come
see.
regularly?
He usually does. Maybe he just comes in later. Seems logical. Yeah, the sound effects are endearing, Lindy. Keep doing it. Hey, seems logical. Are we banning knife modders or something? What are you doing to them? For some reason, they said that you banned them from messaging the lives. Stop with your posture.
I can't.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's me.
It probably means.
Move your hands.
They always talk
Wait,
shit.
what does that mean? I don't know what that means now.
All right.
I thought I did,
Oh,
but
shit,
now
this
I
is the
don't.
wrong
I thought it was
page.
because I keep moving.
Probably. Fuck them.
What?
Who cares?
I'm fidgety because my knees are killing me, boy.
Yeah, she just got a couple shots in her knees.
I got shot in both my knees.
She got shot in both her knees.
No, for realsies though, I got a shot in both my knees, and it's
Sorry,
very,
guys.
very
What the
painful.
fuck?
It hurts so bad.
So,
Only breeze in those Satan.
what the hell
I
is
thought
going
those
on?
Asian sex spots.
What?
He said I've only banned breeze in those Asian sex spots. They're about on the same level.
Is there any way? I don't know if it's possible
What?
for you to check. I don't know. Can you check and see what's going on with that? What is going on? Where the fuck am I?
For realsies,
This is driving me nuts.
you know what, Bama Lamb? I'm like delirious in pain right now,
Oh,
honestly.
okay. So there's a new giant mouse coming. And I'm sorry, guys. I can't remember what company it is for the life of me. Hopefully somebody in the chat knows. But it's a red G10 version. It's exclusive to the knife company, I believe. But it should be dropping here soon in like a few days. So keep your eyes out for that. A red G10 giant mouse Ace Grand. So I know a lot of you guys are always wanting to get some Ace Grands. I did see an orange one available, but I know a lot of people don't want fucking orange ones. But there is an orange one available, or some orange ones available through Giant Mouse. But there's actually a red one. It looks pretty dope. But yeah. So with these, they say you can pre-order them. I don't know about that. They probably wait till like 100 people pre-order, then they'll do it.
What's
But
acta non-verba?
what the fuck? 40 degrees.
What's acta non-verba?
I don't know what you're talking about.
JDD says, I want to shout out some of my favorite knives. Acta non-verba makes fantastic blades.
I have not heard of them, and if I have, I can't remember. St. Nick's, thank you. Thank you. St. Nick's has got the Giant Mouse Ace Grand. Thank you so much, man. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, man, orange is not my color. Orange and yellow on knives really just hit my eyes wrong. Daniel, as you said, I loved orange, but I know most people don't like it. If they do like
Thanks,
a
Sean.
subtle orange micarta or like a G Mascus with orange incorporated, that's fine. But I really, really hate those hunter orange. Like, they have a purpose.
Yeah, it's like
but
like the
if
Hunter
you're
Orange.
using it like
If you're hunting with it, Hunter Orange is awesome.
the Verbo,
Because you don't want to lose it in the woods. 40 per side, no, you'd want 40 total, which would be 20 degrees per side. That's what you'd want.
What does acta
40
non-verba
inclusive means 20 degrees per side.
orange is definitely not the new.
Yeah, I'm not a big
Get
fan of the
him!
orange stuff, but I understand it for hunting knives. That's like completely understandable, but not for my regular knives. Dude, this giant mouse looks dope. Red.
Okay, I'm looking this up. Everyone seems to know what it is.
What?
Acting on Bearable.
All right, check it out. Check it out. Maybe I do too. Hey, Steel Forged and Fires in the house. Hey, you guys. America's sweetheart couple. You two are so cute together. Thank you, man. Thank you. On cam. You should see our OnlyFans. Is Kaiser PPY a good budget option? Yes and no. So, yes, it's an amazing front flipper. Like, it's so easy to front flip the way they have the detent and the type of flipper it has. It has a flipper tab where you could like grab it and go like this. You could snap it. It is awesome to front flip. The blade is pretty thin, slicey, great little like utility blade, even though it's a Tonto, like that secondary tip's nice and pointy. However, the handle's kind of small and the clip is kind of big. So in the hand, you're not getting any sort of comfort out of it. It is very uncomfortable in hand. But if you're just opening things up and just using it like a little detailing utility knife or whatever, it's fucking fantastic. But no, not if you're planning on like using it any sort of like breaking down cardboard and things like that.
Okay, do you see their logo? It's ANV.
Oh, that's fire.
But
That's
it's just like
fire.
it literally looks like a straight. You see on the top, that's their logo. They have a lot of interesting stuff. They got the fixed blades.
Oh yeah, I've seen these guys before. Yeah, I've seen these guys before.
Sure.
I have.
I'm just kidding. That's the most frustrating thing when you know, like you remembered something and people are like, yeah, sure.
The PPY ain't Tonto. Hold on, so let me look at mine. Will you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Grab the Kaiser pouch right there.
The green or the denim?
The other, not the one in the front, the one in the back. All right, just grab them both. Oh, it's this one. Isn't this the PPY right here? Oh no, this is the SS1. Oh, I'm sorry. I was literally talking about the SS1. There's so many. I'm such an idiot. But this thing is awesome, though. Great little front flipper. Super duper snappy. Like, you could just sit here and fidget with this thing all day. Even if you're not good at front flippers, this is so easy. And it's so compact. Your hand just lands perfectly. But that clip, man. Holy shit. Look at this clip compared to the handle. It is so bad in the hand. But like I said, if you're just using it like this, it's great. Okay. So, no, I got to figure out which one the PPY is. I can't remember. I have it, though. Okay. I have the PPY.
It's quick. See his NNN Q1 feed?
No.
The NNN right here?
Hold on 1 second. Let me just write this down. NNN, what?
NNN. It could be, if we just cheekily spelled knives with an N, it could be Neevesknives Nation.
Oh.
And that could be your knife-making brand with 3 N's. Neevesknives Nation. That'd be dope. And just spell knives with an N.
Okay.
Live a little.
Live a little.
You know?
Okay.
I think that would be cool.
I have the PPY. I just can't remember for the life of me right now. Oh yeah, that one's dope. It's really dope. It's I got it actually right there.
What?
The PPY.
Do you want me to get it?
No, you don't have to get it. So the PPY, it's the double micarta. It's red and black micarta. But it's super snappy. The detent is solid, fall shut action, great little knife. Yes, I love that it has almost a Spanish spear point. A regular spear point is like this, and it has almost like a Spanish spear point. It's a little weird, but perfect for like everything. For like EDC, great little knife. I do like that one a lot. It reminds me of like kind of like a medium version of the beg lighter with a spear point, and that's what I love about it, because they do have a mini beg lighter that has a spear point, an M390 with titanium and frag, but they have the big and the mini. The PPY is in the middle. But yeah, solid little knife. Super snappy detent, fall shutty action. I use and collect knives and sharpen my knives and friends. I want to start a sharpening business. Any help would be appreciated. Well, I run a sharpening business, so technically you're stomping all over my shit. No, yeah, man. If I would say get on Instagram and start making reels and posts on your sharpening. Don't expect to get any business for probably 500 posts. But what I would do is I would just start posting constantly every day, sharpen knives, post.
You kind of have to put your work out there to because you might be the best sharpener in the world, but
doesn't matter.
They don't know that yet.
Doesn't
so
matter.
you have to put your work out there
You need to
and
prove
let
it.
people start knowing like, wow, that's really good. And once you get a few customers rolling through and have good things to say about you and tell their friends and blah blah blah, it'll spread.
It's also that they have to trust you with their shit. So they need to see you sharpening high-end knives and things. Like, put it this way. If you could sharpen 100 Gerbers and nobody gives a fuck. So they have to see you sharpen all different kinds of knives from budget all the way up to high end. They have to know that your edges are good. Show good quality photos and not even photos, recordings of your edges. Like you do have to put in some work, but if you put in that work and do a lot of posts, a lot of reels, then the people will come to you.
Andrew Stock I think he's asking you, Joshua, do you sharpen swords?
I do them on my my work sharp. Well, Gilbert with the 5 bones just got off work, heading into my 2 days off.
Yeah,
good for you.
Nice.
Debating which budget knife to get next. 3 to 3.5 inch blade, 35 to 70, non-cleaver, non-tanto. You're looking for a spear point or a drop point. Shout out to the Bang Gang Squad. Shout out to the new member of the Bang Gang Squad.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, there's so many options, man. Like, I guess the next question I would say, what deployment? Because there's button locks, there's flippers, there's thumb studs. So if you already know your blade shape and your size, then the next thing, what type of action do you want?
911 says that he tells customers he sharpens and then he just sends it to you and then upcharges the customer.
Ah, that's hilarious.
That's smart.
That's smart. Hey, man.
Middlemanning.
Middleman that shit. No shame. No shame.
What's a wolf ear mean? Did you ever wolf ear a customer blade by accident, like mess up the tip? Is that what that means? I assume, but with context clues, that's what that means.
What I've done is I've had knives with really bad tips and done my best work on them and just told them I'll get the rest of it out on the second sharpening. You don't want me, because this is the thing. There's times where you don't need to fucking fix it perfect. Like, the amount of steel sometimes it takes to fix to perfect, it's dumb to do. Like, it's just no point. Why would you put it this way? Okay, like, put it this way. Let's say I round this tip off really good, right? And I can get 99% of it perfect. So right now I could use it just fine. My edge is sharp, everything's good, and the tip will even work just fine, right? But there's some shadowing, there's some wolf ear shit. It just, it doesn't look perfect, right? Wouldn't it be smarter for me to use that edge, use that steel until it needs to be sharpened again and then get it out on the next sharpening rather than remove a year's worth of steel from it to get one little tiny portion out? That doesn't make sense.
What's up, Jimbo? Jimbo says, what's up?
What's up, Jimbo?
With Breeze, that Jimbo.
What?
The Jimbo that's with Breeze right now.
What up, Jimbo?
When you know.
Why waste the life?
Jimbo.
I know, I heard you. I heard you. It's Jimbo.
I was making sure you knew who I was talking
Andrew
about.
Socks, why waste life in the knife? Right. Why waste life in the knife when you're going to have to sharpen it again, especially if you use it? Like if you told me, like, listen, I never use this knife. I'm going to pass it down to my children in 20 years. I'm just going to leave it in a case. Then yeah, right? But there's no, if you're using it, just
kind of like when
get 90% out. Get the rest out later.
It's kind of like if you're going to get your dead ends cut off of your hair and they tell you they don't want to do it all at once.
That's what I do too.
Your hair will be too short if they do it all at once, so they recommend getting your hair trimmed and coming back.
I agree. And, like there's a lot of times where stuff like that happens, or there's also sometimes where this happens where the grind is really off. Not saying the edge is off, the grind is off, and you can get it as perfect as possible, but you have to do 2 different separate angles. But sometimes it's good to just like get it as close as you can, and then on the next sharpening, you already know like these angles are off, so you know to adjust accordingly. We got two phones. Custom EDC knives. Hey, Jared, have you ever experienced using or sharpening Rex 45? Yes, I have. Awesome steel. Great steel.
I thought you were about to say awesome sauce, and I was
Awesome sausage.
Cringe hard.
Teddy Gorman with the 5 bones. What's the knife purchase you each made when you knew the hobby had its hooks in you? Also, can I just pay you to fix the liner lock access? Yes, you can. Go ahead, baby.
Okay. So the first one that got me hooked was actually the Rake PA801, which I know sounds ridiculous because of its size compared to my size. But, yeah, I don't know how I fit that in my pocket, but that Rake P801, you know, it was just a stainless steel handle. I forget what steel that bad boy was. Was it 14C?
Which
the
one?
P801?
Yeah.
It was 14C, right? And then I had
The Rake.
the nice blue pocket clip. I had put a lanyard on it, you know what I mean? It was like one of my only knives besides a literal assisted pink Smith & Wesson. So when that was my first ever non-assisted knife. And, like, feeling that, I took that thing out and did, like, photo shoots with it. Like, I loved that knife. I carried it to work every day with half of it coming out of my pocket and a big old lanyard. And, yeah, that thing, it just did it for me because it was the first manual. And that was when, and I'll shut up after this, but that was when Chinese companies and stuff like that started to, like, step it up a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, the stuff was, these budget companies were coming out.
They were
like
able
Gerber.
to do good action without
And
assist.
14C is not bad steel.
14C is
right?
amazing steel. Don't fucking knock 14C.
I didn't knock it. It's
Listen,
gonna be okay.
Rex
What's yours?
45. Rex 45 does really good with any edge. It's just a phenomenal steel. If you want just like a happy medium, put a 600 grit edge on there, 17 degrees per side. That's a perfect edge. I don't know the grind or anything like that, but that usually works for just about everything. But Rex 45, I'm guessing it's a Spyderco, but that's what I would guess. They usually do 15 degrees per side, so if it is a Spyderco, do 15 degrees per side, and it doesn't matter what finish you want, but I would say if it's chipping off with the factory edge, then possibly make sure, you know, you remove enough steel to get rid of the burnt edge, but no, solid steel. Ed Durbin!
Wait.
Hello, Kara. Thank you for the 10 bones, Ed. Thank you.
Hi, Ed. How are you?
What?
Someone said...
What was...
Ridiggity. I don't know how to say that name. Wait, I had no idea people use lanyards in real life. Lols. That's pretty much the only time I did, just because the hole was there and I thought that, like, it needed one because it was there. I didn't really understand that it kind of was pointless, especially on a knife that big. But in that scenario, it actually did have a function for me because since that knife was so big... And it had somewhat of a deeper posture for the clip, so...
deep carry, yeah.
Yeah, so the better option for me was actually to put the whole thing in my pocket without the clip, because if I put the clip, it stopped it from being able to fulfill the whole pocket. And so I would just pull the lanyard. But, I mean, I don't really see the practicality when the knife actually fits your pocket.
Thank you, Chuck It, for the 2 bones.
Chuck It!
You have a 1911 edge. That Thai sheepdog, a Kimber 1911 edge.
You got another one from Steve.
Steve Yoder with the 20 bones. Holy cow.
With getting all the
Thank you, man.
stuff.
No problem, man. Not a problem. Just some advice. Thank you,
Gotcha.
man. Thank you, man. I appreciate the 20 bones, man. Awesome, man. Thank you so much. If you want to know how steel performs, the late Cliff Stamp has tons of info on his site about sharpening. Absolutely.
I could
100%. Great person to get advice from and things. Rest in peace to him. But yeah, definitely check his videos out. Another one is Michael Christie. That's another great person to listen to.
That's good to hear, Ed. Sort of.
Scab is good, peeps. Sure, yes, Scab is awesome, man. Shout out to Scab.
Kara. Shane. Wait, what? What's Kara?
Ed.
Oh, it's weird over here. Ed. Oh no, I just answered him.
Oh, okay.
While you were talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't hear. I can't hear you. I
can't
can't hear you. Blades and Edie's. Damn it, I'm reaching over here.
Honestly.
10 bones. Shout out to the Bang Gang Squad. Hey, Jared, I called my mom. What? And had her search for my Ulsler Boy Scout of America knife from the 80s, and she found it and is mailing it to me. Also, got the TS-129, and it's effing fantastic. Nice. Yeah, the 129 is a badass knife. I know that blade is a sheep's foot blade, but I call it a drop foot because it's a badass blade shape. It's so good for like universally everything. It's just a universal blade shape that just works great for utility cuts, slicing, everything. The ergos on that's really good. It's awesome. No, he did not get it.
Jared just, if he's reading other
If he's reading, he can't hear you.
He can't, or also, like, I mean, obviously. Like,
Obviously, if I'm talking.
Yeah, but I do have the ability to do both. So, you know, it's, for me, I forget sometimes, but I try to respect that men's brains don't work the same. And I don't mean that in a mean way either, but if that's how somebody's brain works, men are more focused on one thing at a time better, whereas women are more like, "Grr." So it's like, you know.
Shout out to the Bang Gang squad. We got a new member.
Bang Gang.
Bang Gang.
He's
in here. He's in here. Shout out to JD for EDC.
Wait, dang it, I just stole Lindy's thing. Sorry,
you did.
my bad.
You're a thief.
Hey, you know what you're a thief of? Why don't you tell him the truth right now real quick?
I have no idea what
Tell him the truth about the origin.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Come on, let him know. Let him know. Come on.
You'd like me to.
You tell him. Tell him what happened. Come on.
Kara was the inventor of the bang.
I was watching our first video the other day.
Can I shout him out really quick? Can I do that before you start dragging me? So shout out to JD for EDC. Go and follow his channel. He does have a YouTube channel. I've been checking it out lately. He's got some awesome content. I know you guys will love his content. Mm-hmm. He's doing great work over there. Go and follow his channel. Give him some love. He has some awesome videos.
He's in the mid 800s right now. I'd love to be able to get him to 1,000. Even with everyone that's right here watching right now, he would be so close, if not all the way to 1,000, if you guys all went and checked out his channel.
And it's some great content.
I'm going to say this really quick. When I was going through his videos, his editing, and I said this to him in a comment, but his editing is really, really good. It's the type of editing that adds to the video and doesn't, like, it's not unnecessary. You know how some people just go over the top with editing and you're like, all right, this is kind of crazy. Like, his editing enhances. He does time lapses when you don't need to sit there and watch something, like, tedious. You know, he's doing all the right things. He's making sure to label stuff, let you know where links are. Like, just all the stuff is there. He speaks clear and concise. It's not all over the place. It's not dragged out. I mean, you know, of course, everyone has things they can improve on, but just like looking from the rip from a channel that has under 1,000 subs, like, I don't think that we were that polished when we were.
Stay away from him, bud. Stay away from him. They're no good. They sent me a knife and it was a complete disaster. If you want to see my video on it, go watch. I had to drag it, man. It was a dangerous knife. It almost cut me checking the lock. Like, you can go watch my video on one of their knives, and they don't use their own shit, which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but you can find the same designs on from multiple different other not so great knife companies, and they just put a new name on it. So they're not even using their own designs or using their own designers or anything like that. They're using designs that are just out there that are like universally made from other companies, and then they just slap their logos on it. And they asked me if I wanted to check out some of their knives. They sent me one, and it was dangerous, and I literally dragged it. I talked so much shit about the knife, but I had no choice because that's what they sent me. So it's not like I, dragged them because I didn't like them or anything like that. I dragged the knife because it was a piece of fucking shit.
All right, we got a bunch of people that just subbed, it looks like. So I hope that helps you get some traction.
Did you get his link in there?
Q1 did it. Thank you, Q1.
Nice. Thank you.
He was on it. Hi, Casey. I just saw that you said hello. I miss you too. Zombie said something about missing me too, so that's why I kind of just was like, I'm going to stop playing my game for a little bit and come in here. I was kind of getting antsy sitting in that chair anyway because of my knees.
Do you want to switch chairs?
No, I actually like this because I can keep putting my legs straight.
Okay.
It's better.
Okay. Yeah, the Manix XL is badass. It is the XL or the regular one. If you like.
You were just talking about, please, real quick.
Ned Floss. Nedfloss. The Manix knife is just badass, period. The XL, though, man, if you like large knives, that is like one of the best XL knives. The lockup is rock solid. I've never felt, not once have I ever felt a Manix with blade rock, blade play, lock rock, anything of the sort, not even a little bit. They're always rock solid. And you can feel it when that lock snaps in, and it's just the way the lock is designed. But aside from that, which that's actually a huge thing, especially if you open and close your knife. It's a knife designed to be opened and closed constantly. It can live its whole life open and closed, and it'll always be strong. And that's the badass thing about it. Unlike, like say, liner locks, which the liner lock just keeps traveling over and over. Not saying you can't open them up thousands of times and all that shit, but eventually a knife, a lock, will over travel and everything else. Not a Manix. It's not built like that. And if your spring wears out for whatever reason, you can replace a spring. But it's just a badass knife. The geometry is great. The ergos are great. You can replace the scales. You can get all kinds of hardware for it. And you can just, it's such a badass knife.
What's up,
and we got one for sale in the knife sale right now. I almost thought about grabbing it myself.
What's up, K Mason?
Bees Blade. Shout out to the Bang Gang Squad and shout out to Bees Blades. Go and follow his channel as well. Awesome channel. We always shout out the bees.
Rocky Mountain said, all right, JD, I'm ready to be impressed. Big praise from the knees. Can you handle the pressure? Ooh. You know when somebody overhypes a video to you and they're like, it's so funny.
All right, let me take that back.
It's so funny. And then you show it to them and you can feel that they don't think it's funny.
Yeah, I did that to you earlier.
No, I thought it was funny though.
Yeah, but still though.
I don't really laugh out loud at stuff.
I know you don't.
I'm dead inside.
So, just so you guys know, if you guys have the Wii Beacon and probably the Wii Subjugator too, I would imagine this goes universal for a lot of the Wii knives. But if you have that and the Concept Main Street, the clip will go over to the other knife. So, if you have one of those knives like the Beacon and probably the Subjugator, I know for sure the Beacon, you can, and you don't like the clip and you want to put a titanium milled pocket clip on there, the Concept Main Street pocket clip fits on there. So you can put a milled pocket clip on your Beacon, because that's been one of the biggest complaints. Custom EDC knives. Jared, I'm looking at getting a Manix 2 with Rex 45 steel. Should I go ahead and buy it? Fuck yeah. I mean, if you got the money and you want it, definitely, because you're not going to get a more solid knife. That's just, that knife is about as solid of a knife as you can get. And if the spring is, because sometimes people get them and the axis lock is, not the axis lock, the ball lock is a little too strong. But all you got to do is,
what do you need?
I get it. This is the knife we're talking about. This is the XL, but the regular one I got up there with titanium scales. But all you have to do is leave it open like that. So when you sleep at night and things like that, just leave it open like that. And what it'll do is it'll compress the spring down, so it'll break the spring in faster. So then your spring won't be so strong. If the spring just feels too strong for when you pull down the lock like that, when you yank it down, mine are all broken and really nice. They always break in, super smooth, super good. But sometimes when you first buy them in the brand spanking new, the spring's a little strong because it's made to last forever. So just FYI. But yeah, man, fuck. If you can, you can get it.
And PJs. Ooh, I like that name. I like PJs.
Yeah, it's not a stainless steel. It'll patina on you. You can take care of it, and if you get this stuff from KPL, if you get this stuff from KPL, I don't know how good it works yet, but they got the knife shield, and they have some other stuff to help protect your knife, clean your knife, polish your knife. I'm using it for the first time right now. I'm using it on a couple different things, so I'll be testing it out. But KPL has a lot of great stuff. USA made products. Awesome company.
You have to be pretty damn OG on this channel to know what it means to get killed by me. All right? You do. And they still miss it too.
Bang!
They love getting killed by me. I've been thinking about doing one of those sometime. Whenever you have a live where you don't have a lot of stuff going on.
There was another comment earlier saying that, like, I miss the days when I was
thinking about that literally like 2 days ago because
Kara used to kill me.
Because I still tried to relate it to like knives, and it's just kind of like it's more of like a choose your adventure with knives. But it just is funny because no matter what you do,
No matter what you do, you're dying for sure.
I did all types of weird shit. Like, it would be like some weird tribe out in the forest, and they're like cannibals. I remember that one. And that was the one where everyone started calling me out like, hey, how come every time we always die? Like, there's never another option.
I was sure to live on this one. I did everything right. How the fuck did I wind up dying? You're always amazed at how you wound up dying.
Yeah, because it's like you give your answer, and like answer A is this death, and answer B is this death. Like, little do you know both answers were deaths, so it's just how you die. Yeah. If you die in a better way.
You're kind of happy if you didn't die in a very sarcastic, ridiculous way.
I used to like doing the trivia too. People would get cutthroat on that, especially when I did it about like knife stuff. You know what I mean?
And what we're talking about though is we used to do these little challenges where, what would you do if this happened? What would you do if that happened? What would you grab if you had this opportunity in that situation?
I would do like a choose your adventure scenario where it would be like, all right, guys, question 1, you've found out that there's been an explosion in the city nearby. You've heard that there's like a virus breaking out. Okay, so like zombie apocalypse situation. Then I'm like, all right, what knife are you taking out of these 3 or whatever? And then you pick one, and then like you have to stick
each one
with it.
led to a different scenario.
Right, because I remember one time you wanted to change, and I was like,
you made me pick the knife that was in my pocket. And for the
whatever
first
you had
time,
in your pocket, for real.
I had the shittiest knife for a fucking apocalypse.
Yeah, it was like a bug out.
Damn it! No, it was way worse than a bug out. Oh, it was like I don't know, it was like something that probably didn't even lock. Okay, so really quick, let's do this. So this is a question to you guys. So I'm thinking about picking up a few knives and testing the locks on them, actually putting them to failure. What knives would you guys want to see in that type of situation? Literally, beaten beyond recognition or tested to see how much it can hold.
A Three Rivers knife. That's what I would like to see.
What are you talking about?
What's their name?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm saying it wrong. Oh my god, I can't remember their name. They make
TRM?
Yes, thank you.
I'm not testing a TRM.
How come, boy?
They're super hard to get, so I can't get it and replace it.
That's why it would be really interesting.
Right, and that's why I'm not doing it. I'm literally talking about something I can afford and replace.
Don't we have one?
Yeah, I'm not breaking it. That's the point. They're very hard to get.
But I thought they were supposed to be good. It won't break.
That's the point. I'm going to break them.
No matter what, you're gonna make it break.
Yeah, I'm going to destroy the knife on purpose and test how much the lock can take.
How much it takes until it destroys, not if it destroys. That's what
it's going to destroy.
Right, so you're going to force them to get broken, but it's just which one breaks in the worst way or first or the earliest.
Right, like say taking the Elementum button lock and saying how much can this button lock hold on its spine before the lock fails.
Do my little tiny Medford Eris. I bet it would hold up.
Hold up to what? It's not gonna hold up. That's the point. It's not gonna hold up. It's gonna die. It will die.
No. Why can't you do a test where you see if they die?
But to what extent?
Like a pound, a pound rating.
Right. So what poundage?
300.
It will never hold 300 pounds.
Get that one lock, the tri
lock. You realize some of the
lock.
strongest locks can hold a compression lock fails at like 158 pounds.
We know that though.
Right. A triad lock and a shark lock, yes, they can hold hundreds and hundreds of pounds.
I think I saw one do 5.
But we already know that, so we don't need to test those. That's the point.
So you want to test weaker knives?
No, I don't need to test something that's been tested, that there's videos on. I'm talking about testing something that hasn't been tested and shown. I'm talking about the things that we...
Okay, well, they're giving suggestions.
I know, and you're just
why are you ignoring
fucking me up.
Why are you doing that?
Shark lock versus tri lock. Can't do it.
Law, man.
I can't do that one.
Why can't you do the American law?
Because it's already known. There's videos out there. You guys can go watch that video. Demco's already done the videos on those.
It's gonna be okay.
Not on the shark lock, but he said it's just as strong. So you know a shark lock is as strong as a triad lock. He said, what is it, 750 pounds per square inch on the little one? Or something like that? Or no, 250 pounds per square inch on the little one, and I think the big one's like 700 pounds per square inch or something like that. I'm not positive. Don't quote me. Go listen to Andrew Demco.
But they said this is like my tests, but on knives. No knife survives. Manix ball cage lock.
Do a button lock. Now we're talking. See, Eric knows what I'm talking about.
Get stomped.
Yes, we do. They're all going to get stomped. Which button lock? I would like to. I'm thinking about
maybe Kaiser.
The Elementum button lock, I think, would be awesome because it has a unique type of button lock system.
Because now, it doesn't have another form of deployment? Does that make it unique in terms of the
No,
actual
because
strength?
it's on a liner. It's not on a regular spring. It has a liner instead of a spring. So a regular button lock is on a spring. There's a spring right there pushing this plunge out. All right, inside there's a spring. This is on a liner.
Oh.
So, but I know where the failing
Interesting.
point will be on this. I can tell you where the failing point will be.
Yes,
I
Civivi
can't tell
versus
you.
Kaiser.
I can't tell you how much it'll hold. Civivi versus Kaiser.
Yeah, the two button
So
locks.
yeah,
you
but
could do like you could. Let me just say.
I'd have to do two different Civivis then because Civivi's other button locks are on a spring.
You could do.
They're spring version.
You could compare Civivis against each other, and then the winning Civivi against the Kaiser. But you could do like three classes of lock type. You could do like the button lock test, the whatever test, and the whatever test. You feel me? You're reading.
I'm reading OCD for EDC. Shout out to OCD for EDC. Go and check his channel out, guys. Shout out to OCD for
You
EDC. Go
started
ahead.
reading after I started talking.
Well, I seen a flash. I seen a flash. I had to check. Go ahead, baby. What's up?
I was saying you could do like a couple categories of different knife locks to test. So you could do. Stop reading.
I'm not reading.
I see
A couple different button locks. I can hear you. Go ahead.
No, I didn't say a couple different button locks.
You didn't say that?
No, I said a couple different. Stop looking over there.
All right, I'm done looking.
Nobody comment. No one till I'm done talking.
Oh, just say it.
I,
I'm not looking over there.
Okay.
I can't read this far, anyways.
Okay. I was saying you could do 3 different categories of types of locks to test. You could do like a button lock thing, like 3 button locks.
Oh, so
3
you did
whatever
say
locks.
that, so I was right.
No, I'm saying
right.
3 Now I'm saying it. You're making me mad.
I-
You're about to tell me to stop arguing, and then that's gonna make me more mad.
Just go
All right.
ahead.
So,
You angry? Go ahead.
you have 3 different categories of types of locks. So you have your button locks. Don't look over there. You have your liner locks or something, and then like your other type of lock, and then you take the best of those from each category, like do them against a couple of each other, like the 2 Civivis, the 2 whatevers,
Okay.
and then compete the 3 locks against each other for
Okay.
an all-out warfare bracket
Okay,
system.
you just turned this into
Like March
$100 thing.
Madness.
You just turned this thing into like a $150 thing
each
to a
category.
$500
No,
test.
just do 6 knives, 2 different locks, and then whichever one wins out of each category,
You realize
test
those are
them against each
six,
other.
six knives, you said?
Total.
At $80 a piece.
Why do they have to be $80?
Because that's how much these knives cost, baby.
Sorry.
Okay. So how much are we spending on this now? No, I'm just joking. I'll do that because I got a couple of them already. So
Yeah, it would be fun.
maybe I can have the companies donate. Did you miss the super chat or did not come through?
He
Oh,
wasn't
shit.
allowed to read.
Maybe I did miss it.
Whoa.
Oh, shit. OCD for EDC.
What's that beach?
What's up, beaches? What up, brother? Shout out to OCD for EDC. You guys better be subbed to their channel. Awesome channel. And they
look over here.
also do a lot of incredible shit on their 3D printer. So like, oh man, I don't got my Spyderco here. It's in the other room, but like the CME for your compression locks. I love it. I absolutely love it because before I used to have to, I wish I had it sitting here, but I used to have to use my compression lock like this and I'd have to let it drop and hit my finger because I couldn't like let it like drop like this because the compression lock doesn't work left-handed. You put the button on there, it works left-handed.
What's ball locks versus access locks?
Okay, so
Were
this
you born yesterday? That's
This
what he's saying. Stop.
This is a ball lock.
He doesn't want it. You can't do it.
And then
Who said that? No, I can't find it. JDD. You have to stop with the ball locks versus access locks. Were you born yesterday?
What do you, I don't understand.
No, that's what the comment says.
Say it, read it again,
He says, OMG, stop with the ball locks versus access locks. Were you guys born yesterday?
I don't understand why.
Like, isn't there a better thing to test? Like, we know the outcome, I think, is what that meant.
Oh, I know. That's why I was saying that.
Like, that's what he was saying.
We already know the
getting
outcome.
Fucked. It's just like, which one gets fucked faster?
Right, but we already know their failing points. That's the point.
Right. So we're
we
taking them to the failing points.
We don't.
and for
No, we're
specifics?
not taking those to the failing point because we already know their failing point.
So you're not.
There's no
break
point to do something we already know the failing point
I
on.
said everything was gonna break. I'm sorry. I'm confused.
Okay. If there's a video on this knife
Okay.
and we already know its failing point,
Yeah.
why would I need to do it?
So what are you gonna do?
Something that hasn't been done, so that we can see what it can do.
So you could do like a similar lock, but you're saying not a brand we've seen over and over.
No,
or a lock.
no. I'm saying a specific lock design.
Yeah, those are just examples. They weren't
from
for sure.
a company that we have not seen the lock strength tested.
Have we seen it on a SOG's thing?
It's still an access lock.
Okay, well, I'm just...
So, there's going to be a difference between their access lock versus another. So there's going to be a difference, but we know that it's an incredibly strong locking system. We don't need to test that.
What about one of those, like, double...
If I had just, like... If I had all my OnlyFans money, I would be just buying all kinds of knives and testing them all. But if I'm gonna shell out, a few $100s on these knives, I'm not gonna shell out $10,000 on knives. I'm gonna, buy a few, set it up, and break them all because I'm not gonna. They're not like they're gonna replace them, right?
What about one of those? Do you remember that one knife we used to have here that I was obsessed with? That had like the double D10. It was an expensive, rare knife. Somebody loaned it to us, and I would play with it and like ding, 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 ding. Do you know what I'm talking about? I had like a double D10.
Yeah, the failing point on that is 2 pounds.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because it has a double D10. Baby.
Okay, I don't know.
It's not a lock.
I'm trying to learn.
Okay, so. How much can a slip joint hold?
Not a lot.
Nothing.
Right.
So we don't need to test its failing point.
So it's like a slip joint.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's all you had to say. You missed the super chat.
Liner versus reverse liner. Reverse liner. I don't know what that would be unless if you're talking about a compression lock. Yeah, compression lock fails about 158 pounds.
But it sounds like you know
JD for EDC.
I don't know where this is going.
Thank you for the 5 bones. What's that?
Sounds like you know what every single lock is going to fail at, and now I don't know.
No, I know the ones the ones that we already know.
Okay.
That's it. I know the ones we already know. That's why I know we don't have to test it.
So
because
what
we
kind of
know.
lock are you talking about then? Like specifically?
Well, like
I just
it could even be like it's not necessarily a certain lock, but it's like certain companies. Okay, so Civivis have never been tested. We knives have never been tested.
Okay, so it's the brand that we're talking about.
Button locks. I have never seen a button lock tested. What else? I mean, just like shit like that. There are some that I would love to test, guys. I mean, I would love to take
point of a kukri.
I would love to take a shark lock and test it, but we already know that it's 250 pounds per square inch. We already know that. So there's no point for me to test it. It's like, what am I going to do? The same thing that we already know? Now, if it was a new shark lock in which there are companies like that are kind of redoing this, like say the Snex design and shit like that. But I'm not gonna buy the Snex knife and fuck it up.
Sounds like snacks.
Buck Marksman test. I would if it wasn't discontinued, and I didn't sell mine.
Yeah, I know. That's still sad.
But what are you saying? We'd break the one we have that's discontinued?
No, I'm just sad that we don't have it because it's so unique. And it's like you don't have that as an example now.
I wish I had my Buck Marksman
We always used to call it the Smarksman.
The Smarksman. Oh, shit.
Chuck it.
I'm on my computer so I can type fast now. You're finally here, cue ball.
You're late.
He's late. 8015. So the 8015 doesn't do well in that type of test.
A good question.
Well, we already know it doesn't do well in that type of test.
No, a different question.
What? But it's still a strong lock, especially with your hand wrapped around it.
Would a SOG XR be weaker than a Benchmade, even though it's the same technology? I actually don't know.
Wouldn't what?
A SOG XR lock be weaker than a Benchmade?
No.
I don't think it would be. I actually think the Benchmade probably would fail first.
No, I think it just depends on which one. No, there's so many different kinds. Like the Freak is probably going to outdo the Terminus, but the Terminus will probably outdo the Bug Out.
I was thinking like Bug Out versus like.
In some cases, you have to look at the geometry of the blade, right? Because usually with the axis lock, what winds up happening is the blade breaks before the lock. So if the blade is 120 thousandths thick versus a knife with the same axis lock style has 150 thousandths thick blade stock, the 120 thousandths is going to snap first. Ooh, it's just physics, right? Or whatever the fuck it is. So
that's physics.
It's physics. It's science.
It's math.
But now there are going to be some other variables, right? Like the thickness of the part that holds the access lock in. So but you can see that what's going to win. Now, yes, there are different versions like hardened steel versus non-hardened, but they're probably all hardened steel, but the different thicknesses, the thicker one will probably win. But then there's like little examples.
For your audience.
Am I?
Yeah, somebody just said they're leaving because you're swearing so
Oh,
much.
fuck.
Don't do it.
I'm sorry, guys. I got a potty mouth. I love
can't
it so
believe you
much. I
did
miss
that,
her.
cue ball. I freaking warned you. That's so funny. It's not gonna screw you over.
She went to Rockstank and hey, you know what? I will send me yours, please. I will definitely test it. You just send me yours and we will get it
Also,
on device.
Someone said something about their wife buying a lube and seeing your video and it sending her over the top, and now she's so excited. Tell her, as a wife lube owner, those things are the bomb. I have 2 of them.
It's out by the
I
TV.
actually just was carrying mine the
It's
other
out by
day.
the
It's
TV.
the best. It is like such a good knife. That drop tip is really easy for a nice feminine hand to hold. It's nice and bloop, it's already right where you need it. I love that knife.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
love it.
knives
the
like-
first micarta wasn't great though, but then the second micarta was top notch.
That's why I got it.
I know. You got my back.
I got it
You
for
got
you.
my back.
The XM18, I would love to see it tested too, just like I would love to see some of the Medfords tested, the ones with the strong lock, because I know some of the Medfords were known to fail, but they do. A lot of liners and frame locks, some are designed to slip, meaning on purposely, so that it doesn't damage the lock. Then other knives are actually made to not fail, not slip, so they're going to have a catastrophic failure, meaning the lock will break. It depends on what company. So some companies, especially the ones with like 50% lockup, where the lock bar, like say if this is the tang of the blade, where it goes like all the way to here, those are most likely going to crimple and fail. Locks
Crimple?
like this,
That's a good word.
Locks like this, they're going to slip out, right? But it does depend. There's lots of factors, but it would be interesting to find out what would a hinder or fail at. Like an XM18 3.5 inch. It would be crazy, but I think personally that would most likely slip. Just like a CRK is made to slip out because that way the lock is not going to be sacrificed if it did slip. But where is that failing point? I don't know. A Chris Reeve has been tested before, and Chris Reeve failed very, very easily. Now, I would love to see it tested. I think it was tested twice, and they were both very easy, like ridiculously easy. It's a very tough knife, solid built knife, hell of a work knife, but the lock failure for the spine of the blade is not that strong. That doesn't mean the knife's not tough. That has nothing to do with anything except for spine strength. Luke, with 2 bones, what do you think of an AEB?
You skipped
I don't like
one.
AEBL.
Did you skip this one?
Yes, I'm gonna go back. AEBL. I like 14C. I love 12C27, but I do not like AEBL. It's okay. Like if you're gonna have it on like a little fixed blade or something, then it's badass.
Wait, no, that's not it. Wait, did you skip 2?
OCD.
That's so long ago.
Has the ceramic balls and the titanium bars for the Manix. Oh yeah. Definitely that too. He's got parts for the Manix.
How many did you miss? Because that one was from a long time ago.
So maybe you missed one.
No, I didn't miss nothing. I saw that one. You just passed.
That's the one I got. It's this one.
Okay, so got it.
Kevin Elliott with the 5 bones. Anyway, to adjust the detent on a button lock, new Conspirator has crazy light detent. Yes, take your spring out and stretch it. So take it apart. You're going to have a spring inside the button. Take it out and give it a little stretching. Don't stretch it, but stretch it a little bit. Put it back together, see if it helps. If it doesn't, take it back apart, stretch it. Now, if you'd really like to, you can go on Tie Connector's website. They have button lock parts. You're going to have to figure out what size, but they have the springs for button locks, and you can buy them on there for like $2-3.
See, Casey.
So if you do destroy your spring, you can buy a new one.
I was really only kidding about the swearing, you guys. If some people don't like that stuff, that's why he leaves it out of all the regular videos. So Understandable if somebody doesn't want to hear it. I know there's some things where just like people don't like it.
That's why, Rocky, he said, I'd rather damage the lock than lose some digits. That's why some of the companies make it to where you're going to have a catastrophic failure, because when it fails, the blade's not going to close on your hand. That's the reason why. When it does fail, the lock is going to stop it from closing on your hand. If it does fail, the blade's going to come, or if it does slip out, the blade is going to come down. So if the lock has the ability to slip out, if the liner, let me just grab a liner lock. If the liner has the ability to just, when you put pressure on the spine, if it just goes like this and moves out of the way, you have the chance of the blade coming down on your fingers. But if the lock is traveled over farther and it crushes down here, then it's going to crimple inside of here, and it's going to stop right there, and it's not going to close on your hand. Yes, it's a word.
Not a word.
It's a word. Crimple.
Crimple. It's probably a word, but
it is a word. It is a word.
weird.
It's a word.
Look it up.
You can crimp metal.
Well, you can crimp. I don't think crimple is a thing.
Well, when metal goes like this and it crimps, crimples, or whatever.
Crimple, noun, a rumple. Damn it.
It's my new word.
No, it's a word. Crimple is a rumple. To
I know.
To cause to shrink or draw together.
Like I said.
To contract or curl.
Exactly what I said.
Man, you'd never want to hear someone call you crumpled.
Unless you're talking about the liner lock.
Crimple. A crimp, a curl. What the heck? It sounds like a fake word.
I know. Only me and one other guy knew, and it's ass clown.
Let's be clear though. You didn't know.
I knew. I used it. I'm the one who used it.
Taking two different words and making hybrid words.
I'm the one who used it. No hybrid.
You're a hybrid worder.
Crimple rumpskin.
Crimple.
I had a Kershaw leak fold up on me, and I bought an access lock soon after. I've never had a leak fail on me.
Questioning the great
leaks are usually really solid, but any lock has the potential to have a catastrophic failure. Even one, like say you could have 10 really strong, amazing locks, and then one just have a catastrophic failure. Just like even blades, right? You could have 10 blades that they're just super tough. Like I seen someone the other day had a Damascus blade. The blade snapped. Well, why? Right? Probably because some of the steels in the Damascus had a micro crack, right? There was something with the microstructure of the steel that wasn't right, so it broke. Now, does that mean all Damascus blades will just suddenly break? No. But it has the potential.
I have the thing to say. I gotta cut in while I can. All right. Jeez. I have to wait. I'm like, okay. Gnome Hurl. I don't think that you're gonna get anything decent with a LGB. That's funny. LGB. Let's go, Brandon. Design on it. As is, unless
there's
it's a weird case knife or I know.
No,
but
there's some companies doing it.
A really nice way you can do it if you want a quality knife, but you want that.
I'll tell you one right now.
Can I?
I'll tell you one right now.
Can I say my thing?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll tell you one right now.
I'm gonna say just an idea.
Go ahead.
It's good.
Go ahead.
There's so many sites where for $6 extra, you can legit just put it on there yourself as long as you don't mind it just being in the font. Or just black font, right? It's not gonna be a crazy USA flag, this and that design. But you could get a Civivi, whatever.
You can go get a Smooth Criminal from Medford.
You just couldn't wait, could you?
No, because Medford will do that shit.
Yeah, but he might not
has a button lock
for a good price.
I thought he said a good quality knife.
Oh, did he? I thought
a decent button lock knife.
Decent doesn't sound like
decent to me is
$500.
Well, it's $350. $300. I'm just saying, you can get the Smooth Criminal, and I'm sure fucking Medford will do it.
You can get most knives engraved for $7 extra bucks after the price. Benchmade does it. Blade HQ does it on tons of knives.
Yeah. You can Benchmade will probably do it for you.
Benchmade will.
Yeah.
They 100% will. They have the custom shop.
And they probably don't have any political beliefs against it, so that's the point.
They don't care what you type on those things.
You'd be surprised.
Blade HQ stuff, they just type it.
I'm not saying they will or they won't. I'm just saying you'd be surprised with some companies they are fucking crazy. So,
Mabes.
Like me, I wouldn't give a shit what you paid me to write on it.
Button locks are a rip-off.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe there would be a few things I wouldn't do just because you're.
Kara's ability to talk.
Oh man, I'm such a crimpler.
Somebody said I'm gonna call my wife Crimple.
Button locks are a ripoff? I wouldn't say that. There's some really because technically button locks have the ability to be strong. It just depends on the lock face or the lock geometry. There's a spring putting tension into a plunge behind the tang of the blade. So it has the ability to be very strong because you have constant pressure pushing behind the tang of the blade. Now, if the tang of the blade has a ramped geometry that will push the spring out of the way, and it has the ability to do it and overcome that spring tension, then yeah, they can fail. But that goes for any lock bar. And in some cases, some button locks might be quite stronger than some liner locks, a lot of liner locks. So depending on what you're trying to say is better, right? Of course, an access lock is going to be stronger, but if you're saying a liner lock is stronger, in a lot of cases, it probably wouldn't be.
Ding that. That's an actual ding. He did his question separate.
Hey, Jared, question on the subject of button lock knives. How do you feel about applying graphite lube to the plunge to reduce? Yeah, you can. You can do that. No problem. Yeah, just add some pencil to it. But what works sometimes better for me personally is permanent marker. Dry it off really good, put permanent marker on there, blow on it, give it a good blow job, then add a little bit more, repeat the blow job, and add like 3 layers. Refined EDC, thank you for the 5 bones. Thank you, brother.
That happened on here that I was going, I was going to say a thing, and it's
say a thing or two.
It's out of my brain now. You're really not going to talk the one time I forget what I'm going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading. Go ahead.
I don't know now.
Okay, you guys want to hear about 14C28
yeah.
edge retention?
Wow. Oh, I know what it was. Somebody asked how John Powell, Jared, how's sharpening my BK2 going?
Not good because I have not started it yet. I was gonna say I'm fucking late, man. I'm such a dickhead, but I am getting to it. I have a whole other box that I just finished a full box of knives, and I got another box.
You're going in order though, right? Like
that's the point. I'm going in order, but I'm late. I'm just running late. I had multiple boxes show up that were full, like 15 knives a piece in each box. So
well, the other thing is
tough to get through.
With the amount of knives you have right now, at least from my point of view,
I cut off some orders for another week. I don't have anything coming in for another week.
You have to stop sometimes because his hand starts to like full cramp from being in that position.
I have carpal tunnel, so.
But I'll tell you right now, though, for those of anyone waiting on knives or whatever, I sit here all day and all I hear is and it's a thing. And then the strap, I don't like the strap. That's the one thing I effing hate. But everything else is fine. But I'm telling you, it's a nonstop factory in here until his hand literally is like.
Definitely continue sending me knives for sharpening, though. I love sharpening, and I do appreciate you guys using my sharpening service. But I will get your big swole ass knife done here very, very soon.
Andrew Saxon.
Jared sharpened my Vero Mini Impulse razor sharp. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I just hit one. And the Tor knives. What do you think about Tor knives?
The noise does not drive me crazy. Actually, I don't even hear it.
I don't think anything about them. I haven't had enough to really give my real opinion. I've had one in, a couple in for sharpening. I personally wouldn't spend my money on them right now, but I've only held one, so I can't really speak on them too much, and I don't want to sound anything bad. I've only handled one. So
how do you, Kevin? You just need to email Jared at his email, or on Instagram's probably better.
Yes.
If you have an Instagram for sharpening, you just contact him with your info and all that jazz. Make sure you send your knife with a note of your name and address so he knows who to send it back to, and that's it.
Thank you for the 5 bones, cue ball.
All right. It goes like this. Ding, ding, ding. Sorry, I forgot to do the swirl motion, right? When you're strapping, it's...
She hates that part.
No. I hate it when he uses the compressed
the dense leather.
I have a thing with, like, the feeling of, like, if you scratch your nails across paper, and, like, that's what that sounds like to me, and it makes me, like, ugh. But that's the only thing, and luckily, like, most of it is stone.
She'll walk in, and I'll just be about to hit the strap, and she'll just be like, don't.
No, I don't do that.
Yes, you do. Like no, you don't.
I'll be talking to him. I'll be like,
14C28N steel. I want to talk about 14C28N steel at its best that I've seen versus M390 steel from Spyderco, heat treated at 62 HRC at its best that I've seen. Now, 14C28N edge retention. What I've gotten from Civivi's 14C28N, 223 feet of cardboard before it would stop cleanly cutting through paper. It would still cut paper. It was still sharp. Nobody would resharpen it. It was still very, very, very sharp. But it started having a couple little spots on the blade where it was like starting to catch, and that was in a 1-inch section. So a 1-inch section. So that means that if you use the entire blade of 14C, who knows how many feet you'd get. You get a lot more feet, right? Because only using a 1-inch section, and it was on the button lock Elementum. It was just a 1-inch section like this big, and I did 223 feet of cardboard before this little 1-inch section started barely catching on paper. Barely.
Did you sharpen it first or factory?
Of course. No. Fuck no. It was sharpened first.
I didn't know.
And that was with a freehand edge. Now, M390's edge retention test. Now, this was not my test. Shout out to Outpost 76. It's 62 HRC with a phenomenal heat treat. So this is like the best of what we expect M390 to do. So this is not what you can expect from all M390, and this is why no steel's all created equal, right? But M390 is finicky. So between 500 and 600 feet of cardboard. Now, he did have another test on the same knife that did even better, and I do advise you guys to go watch his videos on his cut test results, but he did have one of the cut tests of the 3 he did on that knife did what is it, 5, 6, about 668 feet of cardboard. So, 666 feet, 666 feet of cardboard before it was barely hanging up. So it was still razor fucking sharp. Shut up.
I was being like, you know, dramatic. Like rappers have the thing where they're rapping and it's like, yeah, and it's like, well, I'm not going to copy Lindy again, but you know that noise, you know, in the rap songs. I was being your ad-libber.
Yes, ad-libber, yes.
You know, I know it's so off topic, but one night, well, I don't know, you probably don't want to get copyright striked, but because they're crazy with that stuff, but that video of that guy doing that freestyle, remember? And like a dragon, I was feeling real high. Remember that guy where he ad-libbed his own song the whole time? Funny stuff.
Yes,
Wait! I gotta say something.
Can I finish what I was talking about? Really quick? Go ahead.
Somebody said tonight is a perfect example of why your channel is doing as good as it's doing.
Oh man, thank you. That's awesome. That was worth it. It was worth it. Yes, 14C is an amazing steel, and that's why I always like advocate for it. Now, I think Civivi at the moment is doing a better job than everybody else. However, there are other companies doing a really good job with it too. You know, Tucson does a really good job with it. All companies do a good job with it. Then there's companies that do a really good job. So there's good job and really good job. Now, Civivi's doing a phenomenal job with it. 223 feet. Now, I think the average for like typical 14C is like 160, 180 feet, but that's still really good if you think about it, because you're talking about a 1-inch section of a blade. So if you extend that out to the whole blade, you're talking about hundreds of feet of cardboard, you know, probably 400, 500, 600 feet of cardboard. And that's still very, very, very sharp. We're not talking about dull or not cutting paper. We're talking about barely starting to hang up. So that's awesome. And think about it, and that's without putting stropping into it and tuning up your edges and things like that. So that's, 14C has an amazing potential for what you pay for, especially for the price. That's why personally I have no problem paying some of the prices I pay for, like some of the Tucson knives with the higher end materials, because the potential is just so high on it. They do such a good job. And you will never see a poorly heat treated 14C. You might see a softer heat treated. So, but it does well with a softer heat treat. And I mean like 56, 57, 58 HRC. It still does good. So when you get it at a higher HRC, you know, 59, 60, maybe 61 HRC, that's when, you know, the potential is going to go way up. But since it was like AEBL was made for razor blades, and it was made to be heat treated on a conveyor belt. So 14C came from AEBL. So the reason why I don't like AEBL is because it gets slick. Now, it's okay with a really toothy edge. I think it does good with a low to low medium grit edge. Then it's okay, but to me, it starts getting slick pretty quick when you start moving up grits, and that's the only real reason, and I don't think it holds a very good edge. AEBL is kind of a softer steel, in my opinion. I just haven't dealt with a ton of it, but I've had some of it from custom knife makers and stuff, and I've never been impressed with it, ever. I've never gotten it and said, man, I like this. Never has that ever happened, so that's why I've kind of put it on the back burner of steels for what I like. Not saying you won't like it. You might like it, and I think it would do great with, like, kitchen knife steels, right? Because in that case, you're cutting fruits, vegetables, meats. As long as you're not hitting ceramic or anything like that, it'll probably be fine. But when you're talking about cutting things that are abrasive, that's when you're going to want some carbides in your steel and things like that, and you're going to want probably a little bit better quality steel. And the steel I was talking about from the M390, that is with the highest potential. So that's not saying your M390 will get that, and actually it won't get that. That's like, because Spyderco does a really good job with their heat treats. So that's one thing you got to give them credit for. They do a great job with their heat treats. They heat treat it to the right HRCs and things like that. They do a good job. So that was like the best potential you can expect from Spyderco's heat treat on M390.
Okay, I got my song prepared for tonight.
That's a tough one. Yes, I prefer 14C28N personally, but both of them are great. Between Nitro V and 14C. Yes, baby, go ahead. What were you going to say?
I said.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I said I have my song prepared for tonight.
Do you?
I do.
Awesome.
It has an interesting meaning, too.
So, I was going to tell a story, but we don't have to do story time if you guys don't want to. We can just talk more knives. Now, I am talking to Jack Wolf Knives about coming on the channel, doing a live with me. If you guys seen, I just did a video on Jack Wolf's Knives. I just posted it before this live, so if you want to check that out. Awesome name, awesome slip joints, and yeah, he's going to come on.
14C from Rake?
Yeah. Yeah, they do a decent job. They're one of the companies that he treated just a little bit softer. Not bad, but like probably 57, 58 HRC, I would imagine, maybe 58. But so they still do it good. Like I said, nobody does it bad. They do it good. But it's not going to be like Savini.
Can I tell a story? A short one?
Yeah, if you want to.
It's really short. It's like more of a comment than a story.
Well,
it's just like a short story.
Okay.
So
and I'll tell a story if you guys want. I see some people saying
well,
it.
what if we just keep them like kind of short and go back and forth, and I'll ask you a question.
You can join my story if you want.
Your stories are scary.
No, it's not like that. It's more an explanation.
Okay.
But go ahead.
Okay, I understand. Okay. Anyway, so somebody asked, there was this book, right? And the book was like one of those books you get for like, like if your relationship is stale and you want to like, it doesn't have to be stale, but it's like a book where you sit down and it's like you ask each other, it has questions in it that you might not know about your spouse. And you sit down and just read them to each other. Like somebody might do it over dinner or something. And it's kind of like, remember how I used to ask hypotheticals on here, like weird questions? Mm-hmm. It's literally like that, but for like couples. Okay. It's just a fun thing to do. Whatever. Okay. So I just picked up the book in the store and I read one of the questions. And one of the questions was, and you guys can answer this too, because I actually think it's interesting. The question was, what was something as a little kid that scared you that shouldn't have, right? That only scared you because you were a kid, basically. So I knew instantaneously what that was. So when I was in preschool, there was this girl, and this is a super short story, but there was this girl who, I guess maybe she had something wrong with like allergies or something. I don't know, something with her nose. And we were in preschool and all of a sudden her nose started bleeding like bad out of both nostrils. Okay, I don't really know what was wrong, but I didn't know what was happening. I heard a little commotion. I turned around and her face was just covered in blood, from her nose. And they were like tipping her head back against the wall and like shoving tissue up her nose. And I remember the pure terror I felt in my soul from that damn nosebleed. And I actually got afraid of the girl from it. Like, I was scared of her because of her nosebleeds. I thought it was gonna, like, happen again, and it scared me so bad.
That's weird.
Hey! I was 3.
Oh, well, what the fuck? You were 3 years old. Shit.
Yeah. And I was so scared of nosebleeds after that. My entire life, I never had a nosebleed. And it was like this innate fear kind of always there. Like, obviously not really, but it just was stuck with me. And I had actually a nosebleed the first time when we were together. That was the first nosebleed I ever
I used
had.
to like giving nosebleeds. No, I was joking.
Anyway, do you have a thing like that? Like a thing from when you were a kid that scared you that shouldn't have? Like, as an adult, you're like, that's not scary at all. Like, not even a little bit.
Not really.
Oh, you were just so dumb. My baby was so dumb.
No, not really.
No.
Not that I can think of.
Didn't you say one time a guy
I
was
did
looking
shit.
in your window
Yeah,
when you
but
were
that's
like
not.
4?
That's not like.
It should have scared you.
That should have scared you. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
Like, yeah, somebody, when you look out your window and there's a man staring back at you
like
through your window.
Like that
yeah,
show
that
we
should
watched
fucking
where the
scare
guy
you.
was laying in the bed with the girl.
Yeah.
and
But this was,
stalking her.
I looked out my window when I was like 4 or 5 years old. For whatever reason, I don't know why. I felt
know,
like I was
right,
being
Kenneth?
looked at. I felt like I was being looked at. And when I pulled down the things, there was a guy standing there. He had one of those hats on that like has the bill. And he was standing there staring at me. I was like, I freaked out.
Bloody
yeah.
Mary. I remember
I'm a
you
Bloody
say
Mary.
that. For me, it was 3 times. I don't know why it was 5 for you or whatever. I'm sure it's just like a thing. But I remember saying that third Bloody Mary and getting that feeling like, ooh, like you think something's going to happen.
I was interested. No,
No.
I don't like. Yes, I was. I was fascinated.
The sarcasm there shows it.
No sarcasm. No sarcasm. I used to hate things, and I still
That's
kind
why
of
you
do
buy views,
things
isn't it?
underwater. That's why I buy views, right? So, all right. So, I was gonna talk a little bit. I see we are losing a lot of people. A lot of people don't like story time, which is okay. So,
Yeah, we don't
We're
have
gonna.
to do that.
So, shit on them because we're doing a giveaway.
We are?
Fuck them.
What are we giving?
I don't know. We can give something away. Might as
Okay,
well.
I want to pick.
All right, pick something. Grab that CRKT.
Oh my God. What's the CRT?
It's a joke. Don't grab the CRKT. We're gonna see a whole bunch of people. No, we're gonna see a whole bunch of people come in because everybody's gonna start grabbing their other devices.
Okay.
Grab your girlfriend's device. Get ready for the fucking giveaway.
This?
No, I don't want to give that away. Let's give
Why?
because I like that one.
But
I want to give away something I don't like. No, I'm just joking. Oh, you know what? I actually can give something away. I have
this one?
grab the M390 version of this out of that drawer. We have 2 of them, and it's M390. It's white, and I have new scales for it. So the other scales are
Bottom drawer?
no, the little drawer right there. Yep,
The white one?
yep.
The Stormtrooper?
So we got
This isn't the one I used to carry, right? Because that
Yes,
one
it
got
is.
kind of.
I said I have new scales for it,
Okay, because I was like, I used that.
but I think I can still wash them. I'll
just,
wash it. If not, I got new
I
scales
just
for it.
carried
So
it in my pocket. And
we have
so.
an M390 Feist Stormtrooper Edition. This one does not exist anymore. They do not make these anymore. Great
what
example.
You're seeing is an illusion. It doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. I don't know if I'll send the box with it, but
Story time. Yeah, story time is going to be the new
So-
incognito for a giveaway. So you're like, all right, guys, story time. And you watch the numbers just plummet, and it means a giveaway.
yeah, get them like that.
Yeah, get 'em.
Story
Get
time.
'em.
I'll start beginning the story just to do a giveaway. So what I was going to talk about for story time, and then we'll do this quick giveaway. It's just a quick explanation. I didn't go into it the other day. When I did that video. See how the it's starting to go up.
Wait, hold on, real quick. Seems logical said, I remembered my sister being irrationally scared of the guy on the Quaker Oats box, and his brother used to take advantage and chase her around the house with it. It's
My
funny how
cousin
little
Rhonda
kids
used to
do
be
that.
scared of glass dolls. Oh my goodness.
yeah, that makes
you
sense.
could fuck her up with some glass dolls, like those baby dolls. Like you could just pull one up from behind the couch, and I used to get her so bad, and she would just
Didn't
be
you and your sister
terrified.
used to do that thing too, where you also would just look at each other like you were possessed and like not move your face, and it would just start scaring the other one?
So, but what I was going to talk about was, and you
back
can
at
talk
it.
about this with me because
Okay.
you were there. It was why I take this so seriously, what I'm doing
Okay.
with this, right? And when right before I started this channel, right, as you guys most of you guys know, I don't know about all you guys, but a lot of you guys know I am a felon, right? So being a felon is very hard to get work.
Boy.
It's very hard to get work. Lots of companies, places, jobs will not take you. So,
Oh my lord, yeah, I can't. He applied.
but well, let me say this part before I get to that part. The last time when I went to jail, right? I only went for a few days, but the last time I went in, I actually almost got into a fight when I was about to get out.
Yeah, no,
right?
I was mad.
Yeah, she was so mad because I almost got into a fight in there. I just came back from court.
He was trying to F you up and make you stay.
I know, because when you're locked up, people will they get jealous if you're gonna get out because
it's a scary time.
Yeah, they definitely want to. Some people are very happy for you. Don't get me wrong. You have people that have your back and everything else, but there's people that just
You
they're
want to tell them what for?
What?
A felon for what?
I am a felon for burglary. I have a very shady past, a lot of shit. It's actually technically that's nothing compared to some of the shit I should be right. So that's nothing, honestly, compared to the things I was doing. So
and that's not a proud thing.
That's not a proud thing. No, I'm very not happy with my past, and I definitely was a bad person, and I'm very remorseful, and I ask God for forgiveness because I was definitely a very bad person. But I'm trying to make it up the best way I can. So when I was getting out, though, I almost got into a fight. And after getting out, though, it's I can't fucking keep doing this, man. I gotta turn this shit around. I have to stop because I was on the verge of going to prison, and it was just one slip. One slip, I was going to prison.
We can even get you a lawyer. So I mean,
well, no, I'm saying because of how many times I got locked up in a row. That I was on probation.
You're talking about during the time when
I got on probation. Both? Yes, I'm just saying in a row, right? Because I was
during that time.
And I got on probation, and if you mess that up, you're going to prison, right? So I had if it was either go to prison or get my shit together, because if I didn't get my shit together, I was going to prison. There was no way I wasn't going to get locked up. So when I started getting my shit together, trying to get a job, that it just wasn't happening. And this is the thing, I've done construction my entire life. I could always go back to construction, but I didn't want to do construction. I wanted to get out of construction. I've done it my whole life. I've been hurt lots of times. My dad got paralyzed from it. My whole life has been construction. And I didn't want to go back to construction. And I wound up having to go back to construction because that was the only job I could find that would take me. And it wound up being a super dangerous job, a fucked up job.
Oh, that one?
Yeah, it was so bad. It was so bad.
Actually, during the very first video we ever made, if you go to YouTube and go to our oldest video, he had just gotten back from that job. And I remember I was all set up. I'm we're doing it, right? Because we wanted to do the video. And you can hear at the beginning of the video how beat you sound, but then you are happy to realize that you're home and whatever.
You can also see I'm missing partial my pinky.
Your
and
pinky's
shit.
gone. Yeah. Your hands are nasty.
Yeah, because I crushed these two fingers within a month of each other. So I was missing one nail fell off, then another fell off. It was just a horrible job. Anyways,
bad. The guy that was running the place had literal dementia.
Yeah.
Almost dropped a humongous thing up on a forklift onto Jared. And I remember you came home and you told me that you were standing there, right? And there was no reason for this man to drop this thing where he did. He had a while to go before he was supposed to drop it.
There was no reason for him to drop it at all. And he dropped it on purpose.
The Lord Almighty just told you to step aside 2 feet, and it was wha-bam right where you were standing, or would have been standing.
It was one of those toolboxes that you put heavy tools and parts and everything. It was probably
2-ton box.
No, it was probably 4 tons, and he had
Either way.
he had 20 feet in the air, if not higher, and he was just driving, and there was no reason for him to pick it up. He should have just picked it up like this and drove. He picked it up all the way up into the sky, and then he just fucking drops it right where I'm standing.
Just look at you too.
Yeah, he just looks at me as he's driving past, and before that, I already knew he had dementia. I already knew he was going downhill fast, and then that was the last straw.
And he would do shady shit with OSHA too. Remember, like
Yeah.
he'd have you guys up without harnesses, but then like make you guys do them.
But that's all construction. That's all construction.
I know, but
that's all construction.
I know it is. It's
I've
all
never
jobs. Period. But
I've never been on a construction site that did things.
And I've never worked at a job, even including retail ones, where at least one person hasn't asked you to do something that's not right. But so I mean that just comes with it, but it still doesn't make it okay.
Shout out to Lefty EDC. Definitely go and follow his channel. Awesome dude in the community. And he's got his knife design on April 9th dropping. You don't want to miss that. What?
Byron said it's literally called a gang toolbox.
Yeah, gang toolbox. But
Also-
I didn't know if anybody else would know that.
Terry Farmer says, I don't think you're a bad person, just one that made bad choices. And to be very clear, those bad choices, I mean, you had a past period, but those bad choices,
Yeah.
or at least in my life personally, were made solely for the fuel of an addiction. It wasn't because I just felt like breaking into stuff, you know what I mean, or going to jail.
Well, we
for
don't have to
fun.
get into all that. But
I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean.
yeah.
Whatever you said, burglary. I'm just saying, like, that's not for fun. It's
Yeah, but like I said,
at
though,
the exact fuel of a full on. You are not you.
the issues I
uncontrolled.
had was way beyond that. Though.
I said you had a past anyway.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
yeah.
But I'm
because
saying,
before I ever had an addiction, I grew up in all kinds of shit. So like that, to me, is irrelevant, and the charge and everything is irrelevant
But
to
my
everything.
point, though, was that when you break the addiction, like when
Yeah.
people say, like, "Oh, you're improving," that's not absolutely, but
Yeah.
like when you break that addiction aspect of it, that's when now the real you is
Yeah.
present, right? Everything else you did, of course, it's you that did it, and you still have to take responsibility for it. Like that part doesn't go away.
No.
But the point is that that's why you can see somebody make such a drastic change, and you can take someone like Jared who's had, a felony, or me, or anybody. I don't have a felony, but me, or like anyone else who's had a past, and say that, oh wow, they're a really honest person, because they truly are when they're not part of that person, right? When they're not in the middle of those things. So I just think that's an important distinction to make.
Yeah, no, for sure. I didn't see Cole, but shout out to Cole if he's in here. I don't see him. So trying to find work was like impossible, so fucking impossible.
God, yeah.
Finally got that job, and I had a little job before that, and it was okay, but got that job. Then I decided to start the channel, and I really wanted to take it serious, but I wound up having to quit that job to basically save my life, because it was going to kill me, like for sure. Like I had almost died like multiple times in 2 weeks, and I was always the guy on the construction site that you sent to do crazy shit. So I never had a problem doing crazy shit. It had nothing to do with that. Like I've always grown up on a construction site and did the most craziest shit. This was beyond that. This was like my boss was like almost killing me every day because he was going, senile. Anyways, so I wound up quitting that job because I didn't have a choice. Like there was no choice, and it wound up allowing me to pour more into this channel. I got back my other job, and the other job, it wasn't that great, right? It wasn't that great, but it allowed me
a lot of hours.
It allowed me to do this though. It allowed me to do this at the same time. So I poured everything into this, but that's why I pour so much into this and why I take it so seriously, and I look at it like I don't have another option because of that reason. It's very difficult to just go into a place and them take you seriously when you're a felon. It's just very, very hard.
Also,
and I think that, let me just say this last part,
Yeah.
and I think that's a horrible thing because it makes it to where a lot of people don't have a choice but to go back to crime. Because when you do that, right? Like say if you've done your time, right? Like, let's say you've done your time, you're doing great, you went past probation, everything's going good, and like to pass certain types of probation, man, you have to jump through some fucking hoops, like
Oh my
crazy
God.
hoops.
Sometimes they won't even let you jump through them.
Right, and but when you've done all that and you've proven yourself, then you're trying to get back on the right track, and no place will accept that you're doing good, and it makes it to where it's like I have things that I'm really good at that I could do right now, whether it's selling dope or whatever you're going to do, right? Like there's lots of different things you guys can imagine what you could do. But it makes it very difficult for somebody to starve, right? To literally not be able to feed their family, or starve themselves, not be able to get shoes, clothes, whatever, because nobody will accept them. So I think that's a bad thing in our system to make it where companies don't accept you if you're a felon.
And the thing is a lot of them say that they do on paper.
And they don't. They
but
don't.
They don't.
No.
And then the list of like what kind of felon you
Yep.
can be is so damn specific that it's like, okay, because like a store,
Different
right?
classes.
Is a store gonna want want anything with theft, nope.
Well, also, no, it's labeled by class. So, like, I have a class.
No, but like I'm saying, corporations actually will list.
I understand.
Not classes, but like the type of crimes. Unless they will only take this.
I understand, but it's usually based on whether or not it was past a certain class. If you have a certain class, and it doesn't matter if it was that type of charge. That's what I'm trying to say. So my class was a class 1 and a class 2 felony, which is like the worst before you get to an X. Then I wound up getting it dropped down to a class 2 and a class 3 after doing everything perfect through probation and everything. But the point is, though, is that when you walk in with those type of felonies, it makes it even more difficult, even though, I mean, to me, I don't know, it doesn't matter. But the point is that if somebody can't fix it and can't make it right, people fuck up.
But anyway, I just want to say there was a long time for the first like almost 2 years of this channel where he had this job, which was a good job, but with not a lot of hours. And I had my job, which like whatever, it's not that great of money. So it's like, we're living off this like really tiny thing. And then a lot of the money from what he was doing was going into this channel. So we're essentially living off, like one salary for 2 people in order to support the channel, of course. So it's not like a bum thing. It's like, okay, we're going to take this risk and be dirt poor to put it into something that eventually is going to pay off. And this is the first time that it's paid off. Like after years and years and years of ups and downs and still bad things happening despite an addict or no addict, life still has things that bring you down, and just pushing through all of it to finally reach some level of success. And it's not like all of a sudden we got rich, because that's not what happened. It's just that things are going well now where it's actually something that can be a job, and you put yourself full-time into this job.
I quit my other job.
Before it was probably even good financially, because in order to make it, but you know what I mean? In order to make it better financially, you have to give it your actual all at a certain point, and you have to take that leap. Because no matter what, it's going to be scary, because YouTube is not a consistent income. You could have a good month, you could have a horrible month, you don't know. So, that's why he did this in a way where he's not going to not know, he's going to make it work, right?
Well, and that's what I meant when I said in that video that, like, when I first started, I didn't have a clue how to work a computer. Not a fucking clue.
No,
not even a little bit. And
that's really true.
And thank you, Lefty. I appreciate that.
That's true.
But
you tried hard as hell to
that's my point, though, is that like I made it where it's like I was really fucking hungry. Like when you have to do something, you don't have a choice. You make shit happen, and that's the what I had. I didn't have a choice, so it's like that's why I look at this so seriously, and I don't look at like I don't have a choice, and that's why I work so hard on it, because of those reasons. And and then after doing all that and learning everything and going through the system and constantly studying and learning, like you wouldn't believe how many hours I look into learning different things. And
it's like
when
it's
it comes
a
to
scary
this
process. Like you have to understand too, like the fear of taking that leap is very scary, because it's real life. If it goes bad,
I gotta go rob motherfuckers.
Actual life, you know what I mean?
Just joking.
So like for me, I always get the question about like you hear people ask Jared all the time, "You're so lucky that has a wife you have a wife that lets you buy a bunch of knives and stuff like that." And first of all, I don't let him do anything. He does what he pleases. I'm not gonna stop anyone from doing anything, and he doesn't stop me from doing what I want to do. So I mean, that's how we operate, because you just don't do that. But people always ask me like, how did you come to be like that? I never came to be like that. That's how this works. Like we talked about stuff like this, even though we were very sick people when we met. We did speak on and probably communicate more than some healthy people in terms of who we were and what we expect in a relationship. And full-on support for somebody else's decision is super important. I'm gonna say this real quick and I'll be quiet. I remember we were watching that show that one time where the dude and his wife said that the way they make decisions is on a scale of 1 to 10. So if I want to do something and it's a 10 of importance to me, but only a 7 of importance for you to not want to do it, then we go with mine, and vice versa.
Dark.
If you want to do something and it's a 10 of importance to you, but like a 6 of importance for me to not want to do it, then we go with you.
The way I look at it,
we do that without that much specifics.
The way I look at it is, if it's something you want to do, I want to figure out how to make it happen.
Right. Even if it's not your personal goal, if it's the others, the support is a huge part of it.
A lonely stacker, thank you for the donation.
Chicago, yes.
I appreciate it, bud. The government thinks all people who carry blades are bad. No, they don't. What they do is they and I'm not going to go into this rant. I'm not going to go into this, but it's just all control. Like they want to weaken you in every way, you know, whether it's manliness or carrying tools, things like that. They don't want you to be self-sufficient or anything like that. A guy carrying tools is like the exact opposite of like what they want. Of course, they want the roads getting built and things like that, but they want it all under them, you know. So, you know, it is a weird thing where they need you, but then they don't want certain things too. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like they definitely want control over what you're allowed to carry and what you're not. That's why you don't ever want to give up any sort of freedoms, because it never leads to anything good. Shout out to Tri-State EDC. Go and follow the channel. What's up, Cole? Are we
gonna do the giveaway?
Yes, we are. In 2 minutes, we are going to do the giveaway. Okay. So, yeah, guys, but yeah, that's the only reason why, like, and that's what I meant the other day, though, is that,
he competes, you know, I don't against himself.
I compete against myself with everything. Like, that's all I do. I do it every day with everything, constantly, because I constantly have to be better. I constantly have to be better, and I constantly have to put myself in a position, because I know I'm not saying that I would ever go back to doing bad shit, but I know what I'm capable of, so I don't,
well,
you know, I don't want
to do to survive at a certain point. So,
and it's always been that way since I was a kid, man. I was fucking selling dope at 10 years old.
You learned the wrong, you know, you learned the wrong way.
For sure. But still, though, I'm just saying, though, like, that it's because of that, right? I've had to learn a new way. Because, like,
I remember when we met, you told me that even if you were sober, that's how you would live, and you don't.
Right.
And you don't. You were like, I can't not, because I don't know how else to.
Well, the other thing I knew was, like, construction. I mean, I've done lots of jobs.
Like,
don't get me wrong. I've done lots of jobs. Like, I did dog training.
It was an addictive issue.
It was addiction
as well.
Personality, right?
Yeah.
But besides that, though,
issues.
like, you know, just like with, you know, I don't want to say family shit, but because I don't want to drag them into this. But like with family shit, though, it was always like some gangster ass shit. Always, it was always like that type of lifestyle behavior and things, you know, just everywhere around. Everybody was affiliated somehow, in some way, shape, or form. So that's just what I knew.
Do you have a best tech goblin you will film?
You know.
Unfortunately, Kevin, that knife is my absolute baby. I rock it and tuck it in every night.
Cue ball, thank you, brother. I do appreciate it, man.
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, she ain't getting rid of that.
I tuck that thing to bed and give it a kiss every night. I love that knife.
Thank you, Fiend, man. I do appreciate it, man. Shout out to the Bang Gang squad. Thank you, Randy. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the 10 bones.
Jim Q says, some nights, most nights, honestly, this channel has a very uplifting message.
I try because, you know, fucking if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I know that that's so cliche. It is so cliche to say that. But like I said, man, if you knew
that when you're not the person doing it,
especially
you are the person doing it, you're like, man, I was so bad and look at me now. Yeah. I remember hearing that in like rehabs and stuff when people like would come in and give their stories and they'd be like,
bullshit. You were never as bad as me, motherfucker.
I was worse than you and look at me now. And you're sitting there thinking, you have no idea how bad I am. You did it. I ain't doing it. I can't do it. It's not in me. Yeah. But then when you are that person, you look and you want to go tell people. And I think that's part of transformation, is part of the new, because addiction personalities
not these ones.
never really leave you. But I think part of what happens with those addictive qualities is you do get addicted to wanting to help. Like, that's one of the things I see Jared do. And I mentioned it, if anyone read my comment on his video yesterday, is like that I see him do all the time. Like, he has all this work he's doing, right? But a huge part of his work is, I don't know why I put that in quotes, but a huge part of his work is helping other people, and I hear him do it all the time, and I can tell that he loves doing it. Like, it's not a burden. It's like he gets so happy when he hears that someone took in his advice and it worked, because he's not competing with them at all. You know what I mean? At all. He's not competing with them. He wants to.
I want everybody to succeed. I want everybody to succeed.
It's sad that that's not everyone's mindset.
Thank you, Chuck.
It's an important. You can't grow if you're too worried about other people failing around you, and that's your focus.
Right? No. You want winners around you. That you want winners around you.
If you know in your heart that you're winning, then you're not scared of other people winning as well. You're only scared of that if you know you're failing.
Right. And if you that's where you will fail, is if you are competing with the people around you instead of building them up around you and wanting everybody to win. You're guaranteed to fail. You're gonna fucking fail. So it's better to have winners around you. You guys can all uplift each other and everybody can succeed, and you guys can all build on each other and work with each other, rather than competing with the people that are supposed to be your friends, competing with the people that are trying to bring, especially like, and you know what? And the thing is, the people that are around you, they could be competing with you, but as long as you're the one wanting to help everybody and wanting everybody to succeed, then you're going to win no matter what, right? Because you're not the one competing. So you're going to win no matter what.
You can't lose if you're not in the competition.
In the competition, right. You're going to win, and especially if you're goal-oriented. You got to be goal-oriented.
I've heard so many people in my life spit this shit, like this kind of talk.
Yeah.
You are the only human I've ever met, honest to God, in real life, that actually, like, what you're saying is just repeating actions you've already done. You're not saying it before you've done it, right? Like, you know, there's some people out there. I used to be like this, where I had some spot on advice for people, but then in my own life, not following it, right? Like, I'd be doing something and I'd be hearing that advice I give other people in my head and not following it. And I'm fortunate to say that I've, worked hard to not be that anymore. And it's not easy. No,
but it's good to hold yourself accountable, and when you do conquer those little successes, that's when you can conquer bigger successes and bigger successes and bigger successes. And then, when you are talking about it, you're talking about it from not just an emotional place, but a place of success, because it works and you're actually confident in the game.
Yeah.
You're confident in its success because it can work. And, and that, like I said, that being cliche about saying that, if I can do it, anybody can do it. I say that because, like I said, man, if you knew how little I knew, like, and this goes with anything, right? But just like with this channel, like, I did not know how to run a computer at all.
Probably would have punched holes in the wall, not for me trying to help.
But like with everything though, like just learning that shit, that was the biggest struggle. It wasn't being in front of a camera. It was not, anything else other than learning the technology. That was literally my biggest struggle, was learning how to learn to work a computer. You didn't
really grow up like regular.
No.
Both of my parents
cameras
worked
technology
in
was, you didn't want that around
designing
you.
And stuff like that. So I got a pretty heavy dose of computer knowledge before internet was even a household thing when I was very young. So like, even though I was out of the game for a while of like real life, I still held on to that basic knowledge to where, I was very, like, it made me so happy to be able to help, right?
I remember being scared. I remember being scared of text. I remember my uncle telling me, stop texting on your phone, right? Because we were in fear of our phones being tapped and shit. Yeah. So we had to.
That's another thing, is that technology is not like a good thing in that type of life.
Right. Right. But when you're not in that, it's fine. 2 minutes to an extent. Steve Yoder, man. Thank you, man. Another 20 bones. Hey, Jared, did you wear those Janko jean shorts back in the day? No, I don't think so. I don't think I wore the Jankos. You know what? I back in like, what was it, like 98, 99 probably. Yeah, I think in like the 6th grade. Yeah, I'm sure. Wise beyond your years, Jared. Thank you, David. Thank you so much for the 2 bones. You guys are awesome, man. Thank you guys for all the donations. Let's give something away.
How are we doing this? Because
what I'm going to do is I'm going to write right here. I'm going to go in, right here, private chat. I'm going to write a number right here.
What do we have?
216 people in here. So we're going to do, don't start yet. Kara's going to write start in the chat when it's time to start.
Any numbers
do not start yet.
Count. Even if you type them, they will not count. But how are we going to do this? Because I don't want to.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm
going to tell you. I said it first.
No, they're only going to have 1 chance per device.
What does that mean?
That means everybody's on 2 devices right now trying to win this.
Once? How are you?
They can only guess. Because then it'll stop fast. Whoever's the closest to the number I pick between 1 out of 300. Okay.
Please just do it
between 1 and 300. You only if you put 2 numbers, then you
It's the first one that we're going with. right? If they guess twice. So what, you just sent that?
No, it's private.
Where does it go?
In the private.
Where's that?
Right there, see it?
So how do you make them know that that's what you said?
They don't. I know it.
Okay, you have to trust us.
Well, you can write it down if you want.
Yeah, let's write it down because that's
20 bones! Nino Brown, thank you so much for the 20 bones.
You already do shady shit to run this channel. We can't have can't have people thinking they're
go ahead, here, write it.
rigging giveaways too.
You remember it?
Neevesknives rigs giveaways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
This one, right?
between
This?
yes.
Okay.
Okay, so between 1 and 300, you have one guess. You have to get as close as possible without passing it.
It's
so
like that
whoever
show.
gets the closest number before passing it wins. Richard, thank you for the 5 bones, brother.
Richard.
Thank you so much, Richard. I do appreciate all the donations,
Okay, so
guys.
I'm gonna type start. Just remember, if you say a number before this comment, it's not counting. And I want to
And you
make
can't
sure,
count. You can't say
wait,
two
wait,
twice.
Before I even do it,
you only
is
get
it
one chance.
Live chat is the one I want to be on, right? Live, not
Yes.
top.
Yes.
Okay, I'm in live chat. I'm about to type the word.
Stop guessing, guys.
Those are not counting because I didn't effing type the
Oh,
word.
you guys are all disqualified.
Stop it.
All disqualified.
Stop! Okay, hold on. So when you see this, okay. Oh my God, you guys are ridiculous. Okay,
Go.
You're like Jared when I'm trying to talk to him. All right, everyone gets one guess. The closest without going over.
And all of you guys already failed.
This. Okay, so he's the closest right now.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And if someone guesses it on
All right,
the
I'm gonna
money,
go behind you.
If someone guesses it on the money, then that's what we're going.
You have 10 more seconds to
remember,
get your
it's
number in.
without-
10, 9,
gonna
8,
stop.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Everybody should have their number in by now. If you didn't,
Nothing after
then you're
stop.
then you're.
Okay. Oh yeah, you didn't give him a range, baby.
Yeah, I did. I said 1 out of 300.
Oh, you did. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna go to my start and go through to the word stop. And oh, Stasa, get that super chat. He said, "What's up, brother?"
Stasa! What's up, brother? You guys better be following Stasa23. Awesome, dude.
Where's my
Make sure you're
start?
following Stasa23. We'll make sure we put a link in the chat here in just a second.
Okay, so
That one so far.
that one so far. Let's see. Unless somebody literally guessed the number.
Remember,
then he
you can't
wins.
pass it.
Do you hear
can't
me?
be up.
And literally, unless we see the number, then he wins.
Yeah.
Because he was 1 under. That was a good ass guess. We had a couple close, but they were over.
Yeah, I seen that.
Okay, nobody guessed.
All right, I think we have a winner.
Yep, because between my start and my time. Okay, so Deacon.
Deacon, shout out to the
You-
Bang Gang squad. He's a
you
Bang
won.
Gang squad member.
You won, Deacon. The number was 156 as written here.
And he did 155.
He did 155. We did have some other close numbers, but they were like 157, 158. Nobody guessed 156 in between my start and my stop. We're not looking at the numbers outside of that.
Now listen, if you are a Patreon member,
Yeah, somebody asked when your knife sale is for Patreon, by the way. I meant to say that
I'm
way
going to finish all that right now.
Okay.
Do me a favor and get Stasa's link up there. Or somebody please link Stasa23's channel, please. I'd really
Cue Ball
appreciate
already
it.
did it.
Damn it,
You don't
Cue
even
Ball,
have
you're
to-
awesome.
You don't even have to ask.
Okay, so if
Yeah,
you're
Fred, you did have 157. You did.
Yeah, I seen
Evil
that, I
E,
seen that.
156. Yeah, smooth. Just throws it in there.
So, Patreon members, I do have the entry video up. There's going to be 3 winners. You guys can pick whatever you want from Mojave Outdoors. Make sure you enter in the giveaway if you're a patron member so I can pull your name in a couple days to win. There's going to be 3 winners. Next thing. As soon as the plaque comes, we're going to be giving away a fucking Rockstead. Next thing, my knife sale is me and Kara are in the process of filming the entire knife collection in one video. We're gonna just chomp it up in one video, and then we're just gonna. So I'm not gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, none of that shit no more. I'm just gonna zoom through. It's gonna be a killer long fucking video, but we're gonna do my whole entire knife collection except for all the stuff that I have mailed out, and screw it, right? But me and her are planning on doing it this weekend. What?
Are you giving away a Rockstead?
I'm giving away another Rockstead.
Man, people
It's
are
the
like,
same Rockstead, but it's a long story. So,
Can
same
we give
Rock.
away a sword for the plague?
A sword?
Yeah,
What kind of sword?
a sword.
I don't have a sword.
Do like a broadsword, like from Elden Ring. I'll get you one.
I might be able to
I'll get you one of my
get a
weapons
sword.
from Elden
I don't think anybody wants a sword.
Everyone wants a weapon from Elden Ring.
So-
Everyone wants that in real life.
We're
If
gonna
you
do
don't, you're
more
lying.
than just the rock. I know Rockstead's enough, right? But I don't want just one winner for the 100,000 follower
I was thinking
giveaway.
the same effing thing.
What?
Kyle's like, so you're saying the knife collection video is going to be crumpled into one video? I swear on my life I was going to say that too.
Yeah, it's gonna be horrible.
Will the knife sale be open to international? Good question.
Only if you're a patron.
So any patron, doesn't matter, international not. You got a ding.
Deacon, man, you just won. You
Wait,
didn't have to
you
do
didn't-
that.
you just paid for the
No, you
damn
just
knife?
paid for the. No, not almost.
Really? Why
Almost.
did you do that?
Thank you, man. Both of
You
you
should do
and all
like
your
$1.
hard work and everything you contribute to this community, man. Thank you so much, man. I do appreciate it. Make sure you message me your address on through Patreon or email or
I do need a
or you're a
pacifier.
banking member, so just give me your address. You know how to get it to me.
I wasn't sucking on it. I was clicking it with my teeth.
But yeah, the to any international members, if you are this is usually the deal. If you win something in Patreon, you have to pay for the shipping because I pay like $12 for the shipping for US, so I'll pay up to $12 for the shipping for international. So whatever the leftover is, which is usually like $30. It's usually like 40, 50 bucks to mail something overseas. But I am not like I can't help if anything happens to it.
Shit.
Like it's at your own risk. Are you going to throw in that CRK2? If you want that CRK2, I'll throw it in.
Why? Is it shit?
It's a piece of shit.
Oh.
Jared is paying me 2 cents per hour to view this
true.
video.
That's true.
Hey man, you weren't supposed to say nothing. Had to pay you 5 cents to keep your mouth shut now.
With a broad.
And I do appreciate everybody after I uploaded that video that said that they're going to start watching ads and clicking on ads and stuff. I do appreciate that because that does benefit the channel when you guys do. When you guys do click on ads and watch ads, it does massively benefit the channel. So thank you guys to all the people that said that. And I understand if you want to skip the ads, I get it, man. Everybody wants to skip an ad. Nobody likes the ads. DHL International is usually between 35 and 50. Right. And that's what I mean. So that's why I said like after $12, it's usually about, $30 remainder. The last one I sent was $42. So a Viking sword.
This pen is dope, by the way. I just used it and did the eraser on it. I got Jared this erasable notebook.
I showed him already.
Yeah, no, but it erases so good.
Yeah, erase on regular paper too.
Does it? Mm-hmm. You would feel like it's gonna like not really erase it, but it
works pretty good. I wouldn't risk getting anything sent to me from abroad as rules just got stricter the other day. 6, but I get fear. Like that's why I said it's not on me if it gets taken or anything, but
you'll send it.
I'll send it. I mean, it's just depending on the place you're at. Some places are better than others. Some places really suck. Some places are better. It also depends on the packaging. Like when I go to the local place I go to, I talk to them because they do lots of international stuff. So they tell me which packages are better to send it than others. They're really cool with me. So they tell me like, hey man, if you can fit it in this package is more likely to get there than this package. So.
Twin Rider, yes, we do get ad rev from YouTube Premium members. It is not as much though. So we are also YouTube Premium members, so we don't see ads. I mean, obviously we're on YouTube so much, it makes sense. And actually,
I donate to the channel. That's how I pay.
The reason I actually wanted YouTube Premium is because it was the only way on my phone that you could listen to a YouTube video leaving the app. before we got premium, if I exited out of the app, the sound stopped, and I thought that was stupid. It wasn't always that way. It was a feature they added to get you to get premium, and it effing worked.
Also, I do it because I wouldn't be able to keep up with a lot of the content I like to keep up with you guys, with a lot of the other channels if I didn't have that. Also, another thing is that I try to just donate to the channels and try to support the channels as much as I can rather than, watching the ads. But you still make money off of the premium. I can see my analytics from premium.
Do you have merch with my picture on it for them?
No.
Why not?
Why would I do that?
Because I'm apparently a smoke show.
You are a smoke show, baby. You guys have something special. I wish my wife was so into me and my interest. Oh man, she could be. But you just gotta. You
just gotta get a wife that has a hobby that she wants to do so bad that the knife occupies him, so I can get away with what I want to do. It's a ruse.
She's full of shit.
It's a ruse.
Spidey Chef in the pocket as usual. Nice. I love the Spidey Chef. I want to get one of my own because I love the Slush Buoy, and I do like the Chef as well. I just don't own a Chef.
It's been peaceful in here without Breeze being
You gotta train them right. Exactly.
Yeah.
See? Tri-State knows. Cole knows
what's up.
Gotta train them right.
Did you ever tell Kara who I said she looks like? I've gotten a lot of weird ones.
Facts.
I'm a barista manager thing that some might do for work, and so I get a lot of weird old dudes that tell me who I look like, and every time I look the people up, it's always like off. Way off. You know what one person told me I looked like? This one old dude told me I looked like the brunette from Mean Girls. Do you know the 3 girls in Mean Girls?
No.
You don't know Mean Girls? You can't sit with us. You've never seen that?
No. I'm sorry.
Megan Fox? Oh my goodness, thank you.
I've heard that one from like Transformers or whatever, and then there was another one. Who was that other girl? I forget her name now.
There was somebody.
But I'll take that. Protect Textures. Texture
I got a
BU
bigger
in the
forehead than
today.
Megan Fox, though. Jared and
what?
I need to swap foreheads a little. I'll give you some of mine, so you can have a bigger one. Which you 2 head.
Yeah.
And I got a 5 head.
Yeah, that would be fire.
So that's 4.
That would be
it's actually a real
fire.
forehead.
What?
It's a real forehead.
What?
You can't talk shit.
Mine?
Mine. It's
oh, so
4.
mine's a 2 head.
Yours is 2, but I'm saying a 4. I've got 4.
You're saying I'm unnatural.
Yeah. Yes.
Girls, ha ha ha.
Oh my God, you do look like... I've heard that one a few times. I think her name is Lacey something. It's like Lacey LeBeau or something weird like that. I've heard that one a couple times. Not Megan Fox, just Fox.
Oh,
Hey, they're getting smooth in the comments.
I know. Hey, what can I say? I got a hottie. Not Megan Fox, just Fox.
I know, that's what I just dropped.
Just Fox. Jared's hairline went forward and not back.
Like you get older and by the time you're 60,
Yeah, it's just right. Just eyebrows.
No, you don't have eyebrows.
Big ass eyebrows. That's what I mean. It's just all eyebrow. I used to, or I
Lacey
got.
LeBeau.
If you look, I actually got a
Is that
peak.
her name?
What's that kid's
Widow's
name?
Peak?
Yeah, Widow's Peak. But
It's not really super prominent.
that
though.
kid from that show back in the day, black and white show. Man, I can't think of it. Somebody help me. Someone older in the
what?
chat.
Say it again though.
You won't know it.
But you
Somebody.
I didn't hear it though.
Somebody older in the chat, let me know who had the Widow's Peak in the black and white show from when you were kids. Eddie Munster.
Eddie Munster. I know who Eddie
Bang.
Munster is.
But you wouldn't have got it. Deacon got it. Thank you, Deacon. Eddie Munster. I used to get that shit my whole life when I was a kid. Your forehead looks like Eddie Munster. The Munsters. Yes, the Munsters. The Munster. Eddie Munster. I used to get this shit all the time.
My mom like that.
So I don't know if this is a good thing you guys all knew what I was talking about.
Wait, what?
You guys are still making fun of me. They're like, oh, we already know. We already know, Jared. We already know exactly who the fuck you look like.
Corey Taylor.
Oh, man.
Literally,
Where'd it go? I just seen,
people at my
there it goes.
job just refer to you as Corey Taylor.
Who's that?
Dom.
Ninth Chamber. Thank you for the donation. 2 bones.
Dom
Man,
always just
thank you
calls
so much.
Corey Taylor.
Calls me?
Yeah.
Show me him.
You've heard this one so many times.
Have I? Is he a singer from Stained?
I've heard it in here.
Or something? No, not Stained. Who was he? A singer from Slipknot?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard that.
I see it a little in maybe some picture. Like, that's him. Like, he's got a forehead, though. He's got that head.
If we swapped foreheads, then maybe.
Like, if his forehead was like half the size, then I could understand.
Thanks.
You're welcome. It's better to have a small one than a big one. You don't want this. You get the sun glare.
I got a good head button forehead.
I do. Bam!
No, I think the bigger because I got this arch right here. So this is all like bone right there.
Oh, it's like you're like a bird.
Wham! Right,
like
exactly.
That bird I was fighting the other day.
Exactly.
That one that pecked me into the ground.
And I've head butted the fuck out of people before.
Oh, this one.
Why does
he's an attractive person? So I mean, that's not a bad one.
I mean, he's not a bad looking dude.
He's got big old ears though. Like, you have ears, but yours don't stick out.
I mean, I'm not bald either.
No, but
if I shaved my head bald, I might have some ears on me, though.
You guys think this looks like him?
No, I can't see it.
Your hair used to be like that a little bit.
No, but like, that does not look like me.
I get it, but it doesn't look like you. That's Corey Taylor.
That's him again, man. Again. He's got a lot of different looks.
Yeah. Are we doing singing and leaving?
Yeah, go ahead, baby.
Okay, guys. This song.
Wait. Kara, I have a forehead also, and that means you have a big brain.
I'm a big brain bitch. Damn, girl, you got a big ass brain. Okay.
OCD, have a good night, brother. I'm just saying goodbye to people. All right, guys, we're about to sing the live out. Take it away, Kara.
New. This is something I used to do back in the day. I'm not a good singer. This isn't like legit. It's just like a thing to exit. All right, but I want to tell you guys what the song is about, and I want to see if anyone can guess the song as I start singing it. So this song is about the guy who sings it's drug dealer being very paranoid, thinking like crazy stuff about him, like, oh, do you have a gun, bro? Like, you know, like the typical paranoid like drug dealer. That is the song, the meaning behind it, and a lot of people don't know that. So let me just pull up the lyrics because sometimes it's actually hard to sing a song even if I know it by heart without actually hearing the melody. All right. Oh man, they're gonna get it right away.
Do I know this guy or something?
They're gonna get it right away.
Joking. All right. Whatever. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Take it away, baby.
This is a guy singing it, so just bear with me. Ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Come as you are, as you were, as I want you to be, as a friend, as an old enemy. Take your time, hurry up, choice is yours, don't be late, because drug dealers hate when you're late, even though they always are. Take a rest as a friend, as an old memory,
Peace out, y'all.
Come doused in mud, soaked in bleach, as I want you to be, as a trend.